your lovers and friends that Usher, John, and Luda had to do it again.
You sound serious about this.
Please tell your lovers and friends that Usher, John, and Luda had to do it again.
1, 2. This was Vinny the Pooh, Terry, last night at the Spanish all-Latino comedian show, Terry. He was
okay.
A smash hit from what I hear. I don't know.
Really?
Is
that them cheering for him?
They're going wild. He learned a little Spanish before last night, Terry.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And we're happy to be here, too. Yeah.
I knew Vinny was Latino.
Hey, Cube 93! All right, I'm going to have to go through this audio and figure out what the hell's going on here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is.
How you guys doing today?
Yes. He was a little too drunk to go out there on his own, Terry, apparently.
You think?
I that's the word. So we have a few minutes of audio here. I got to go through it and figure out what the hell's going on here, and
Can't wait.
and we'll see what's going on.
All right.
It sounds funny so far, though.
So far, it sounds like we missed out on the laugh riot.
Oh, yeah.
How you guys doing today?
Stole the show.
Oh, he did. Somebody was
But the way he says, "How you guys doing today?" is
Yes.
captivating.
No doubt about it. Worth the price of admission right there. Already, you are ahead of your dollar
Yeah.
that you spent on the Latino comedian show last night at the Moore Theater. Terry, they brought the house down.
Well, good.
Yes.
All downhill after the poo, I bet.
Uh-huh. People went home after the poo.
How you guys doing today?
That means good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a fan for you.
In any language, that means we're doing good.
Thanks for asking.
Yes.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
You had some friends who went to the show, Terry?
I think they went. I'm going to have to email and figure out if they did and what they thought, so on and so forth.
When we started talking about Vinny the Pooh being the introduction guy at the big show last night, I started getting a bunch of emails of people wanting to go to the show. They didn't even know the show was going on. So
Yeah.
there you go. People enjoyed their Thursday night more than they probably would have.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
All because of Vinny.
Ah. And then some.
Yeah.
How are you doing today? You all right?
Doing good.
Yeah, the twins are good.
Oh, they're great.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are they now? 8 months?
7.
7
well,
months?
they'll be 8 on the 23rd.
Yeah, on the 23rd.
Yes.
So 7.5 months.
Yep.
Everything's coming along with their development and everything.
Yeah, they are. They're doing well.
They're
Healthy.
starting to crawl or no?
She's a little bit more interested in it than he is.
Right.
He's just a little too fat and happy right now.
Well, he's the one saying to her in baby little language, crawl for me.
Yeah, pretty much. He just kind of looks at her. She's scooting along with her face and everything. So it's kind of,
Crawling on her face.
Well, pushing up, and she hasn't quite gotten all the way up.
But
so they
she's
just kind
making-
of pile dry your head down.
She's showing the signs that she's a couple days away or so.
Well, she is actually.
He's just
like,
laying back on his ass, hands down
have
his
some
diaper.
food.
Right.
Yeah.
One hand in his diaper.
Yes.
Quite a life.
One hand on the remote. He's getting ready for a life that will be.
Yep.
There you have
Pretty
it.
much. Feeling fat and happy.
Okay.
So.
How much do they weigh?
He is actually outweighing her by about a pound. I think he's about 18 pounds, and she's a.
My son's closing in on your kids, and he's
I know that, but
he's only 9 weeks.
Well, can we figure out? Mine are like,
All right.
We all know that mine were 5.5 weeks early.
Still, there's a big difference in their ages.
absolutely.
My son's almost 15 pounds.
Well, that's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Fat cat.
I was 15 pounds at that age, too.
Oh, it is. So I have a lot to look forward to, is what you're saying, Stephen?
I was that age. I was that weight at birth.
Yeah, you were.
It's true.
Yes.
So at what age do you stop counting in months? They're 942 months.
A year 2.
Oh, okay. Is that right? 2 years of this?
That's a standard.
Oh, man.
20 more months.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right.
You don't say 25 months. You say 23 months.
All right.
Then you say 2 years.
Okay.
You don't go on to say 25 months.
Okay.
That's when you stop counting. You ask me a question, I give you a direct
Put it
answer.
into my little baby diary.
There you go.
My little baby log.
So when he's at 11 months, you can't say, well, he's almost a year.
What was that now?
When he's 11 months, you can't say, well, he's just almost a
No,
year.
you say 11 months.
All right.
You say 11 months, 15 days, 12 hours, and 52 minutes. Huh? 67 minutes, right?
Yeah. Jaden's doing all kinds of different
He's
things.
doing flips, yeah, cartwheels,
Really?
everything, Terry.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, no, is he starting to kind of turn a little bit?
He's picking his head up all the time. He's
Oh,
turning.
good.
He's giggling. He's all that
Oh,
fun
really?
stuff. Yeah.
You're not tickling him, are you?
No, that's torture.
That's right.
As we learned yesterday morning. Mm-hmm. And who's taking the kids? I probably should have asked you this about 7 months ago. Who takes care of the kids when you're here?
Their dad until he goes to work, and then
And then you race home. Is there ever a time period where they're alone in the house?
No.
Is that why you race out of here at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I do. I get home so that
Then
because-
your shift begins and he goes to work.
Yeah.
So why were you racing out of here before the kids?
Yeah, why were you racing out of here before the kids were born?
Yeah.
to get away from you guys.
Oh, jeez. And what time does your husband start work on?
Well, that's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
He drops them off at my girlfriend's house along with the others because they all go to the same school.
So it's like a makeshift daycare because he has to go to work before you get home.
Right.
I see.
And she has them for a couple hours, and then that's why I race out of here.
Does this woman have any references, Terry?
Yes, she does.
She's a friend, though,
Yeah.
so she doesn't need references.
Not really. When I've lived next to her for like 5
She's
years.
your next-door neighbor.
Yeah.
I thought you moved into a new house.
Well, we did, but
I
I'm
did.
saying she was my next door neighbor until we moved.
And then you better dealed her because you'd rather have a big house than her friendship.
Well, so we're still friends.
Well,
she still
not as
takes-
close.
takes care of
you
the
can't
kids.
be as close if you don't live next door. So you basically told her a bigger house is way more important to me than your friendship on a regular basis. And you expect her to take good care of your kids?
Yes,
All right.
and she does.
So you see the old house every day.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you see the new tenants?
Well, we met him and had a lot of conversation with him when
The guy who lives there, he lives
Yeah.
alone, he's a bachelor?
he is.
Wow. Mm-hmm. He's got that whole house that a family of 5 used to share, a whole house to himself.
Yes.
Family of 7.
What was that?
Isn't that a family of 7?
Yeah.
Family of 7 used to live in that house, now he's living there alone.
I
Yes.
think I'll take it myself.
Maybe it was a little too small.
You think?
What does he do that he's living in that house by himself?
I'm not sure what he does, but he just
Makes money?
he does well. Yeah, as far as I know.
Prints his own, like the kids in West Seattle.
I think I saw some equipment that he prints his own.
Mm,
Obviously, he does pretty well.
wow.
I guess.
Wow.
And he liked the house. And
See, that's how I would have taken it, Terry. Your friend should realize that your friendship didn't mean as much as she probably thought.
well, what did you want me to do? Bring her and her family along with me? And
No,
have-
you should have said we could move into a bigger house, but I wouldn't have this friend that I have next door on a day-to-day basis, so I'm going to suffer in the smaller house and maintain this friendship.
But I do have her friendship on a day-to-day basis.
It can't be the same.
It is.
It can't be. Because if you need to borrow a cup of sugar...
I can't borrow a cup of sugar. You're right, next door. I mean, I really could if I wanted to get my car and drive all
If there's an
the way.
emergency in your house, no, you don't run naked to this next door neighbor's house, this
No,
friend
I
that lives
don't.
next door, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, so it's not the same relationship.
You could have moved her next door to you.
I could have, and I would have loved to.
I can't tell you how many times I've run naked to my next door neighbor's Terry.
Plenty?
Too many to count.
Oh, wow. Okay. I must
Funny
be
part is
psyched.
watching you carry the sugar home.
Carry the sugar naked to my next door neighbor, Terry. Talk about sweet and low.
Yeah. Or Splenda.
Okay, you keep looking down at your pile. Does that mean that you want to read something from your pile?
Well, we can. I didn't know if,
You trying to get off the subject, Terry?
of what?
Of this friend that you obviously completely...
that I actually hate and can't stand.
Well, I have no
and that's why I
regard,
moved.
no regard.
No regard. Dismiss her just like that.
I do the same thing. Bigger house always rules. No friend is worth a smaller house.
That's okay. There you go.
All right, then don't feel so uncomfortable about what I'm asking you there.
Like a tent city. Bring all your friends along, put them in your yard.
Then just admit it. Say yes. That's exactly what I did. When I weighted on the scale, I felt that the less communication I'd have with the friend was worth having a bigger house. End of story. Move on, T-Man. Let me read a story here, you dumb dick.
Okay.
That's all you needed to say.
There you
But
go.
instead,
Uh-oh.
you have to fight me. No, we still have the same kind of
fighting.
friendship. Very defensive.
Now that she's not a neighbor, you probably have to pay her and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You pay her? Mm-hmm. She charges you?
She doesn't charge us, no, but we do it because she's, I mean,
So you
that's
pay
a
her.
lot. Yeah.
So she charges you. She doesn't give you a bill, but
Well,
she charges
she-
you. She charges you.
Well, it's not like she said, okay, I'll only watch your kids if you pay me.
I understand. She'd do it for free
She would.
for a couple of days.
She would do it for free, period.
But she takes the money.
Absolutely.
She's
I'm glad
is
she
she an
does.
older lady?
No, she's younger.
But she
Oh,
would,
really?
But she would do it for free. Interesting. I wonder how long she would really do it for free.
It's kind of one
If
of
you
those
stop
things.
paying her.
It's kind of one of those things where, like, because she has 2 children too,
Right.
And our
So
kids.
she's watching kids anyway.
Well, our kids and her kids are friends.
Right.
And we did a lot when we lived next to each other. So it's kind of one of those just mutual respect.
But you pay her weekly, you pay her monthly, you pay her semi-annually, what?
What, monthly, I
You
guess?
pay her
yeah.
decadely or what?
Yep.
Monthly? Pay her by the hour?
Yeah.
The best is when you can pay people decadely.
Oh, I know. Huh?
Yes. That's starting today. Steven's waiting to get his check in 2009.
A decade from now, you'll get paid, Stephen.
It's fascinating. You say she'd do it for free,
Sure.
but she takes the money.
Why
Every
would
time.
she?
I can't see a reason why she wouldn't take the money. But she'd do it for free, though.
But it's a nice gesture. I mean, Terry
Right.
probably should give her
That's
something.
what it is. Don't want to take advantage of her.
But she'd do it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just adding up the columns here, Terry. Yeah, something doesn't add up, but that's fine. But you do it
Nothing
for
in
free.
my life adds up according to you.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, you're right about that, too.
So what difference does it make?
A consistent part of Terry Free's life.
The T-Man. What's up? Yeah. Cube 93.
Brad Pitt denies any reports of romance between him and Angelina Jolie.
Oh, dear.
Pitt told the TV show Access Hollywood that this story is untrue.
Right.
He slammed the magazine
Slam.
Us Weekly for putting it out there. Us Weekly, excuse me.
Same thing.
Jennifer Aniston filed for divorce from Pitt recently.
There you have it. There's never been anything between him and Angelina Jolie. Never has been, never will be. Yeah, as a matter of fact, thinks she's ugly.
Whoa.
Yes. Well, I don't know about that part. But vehemently denying any kind of link, any kind of relationship happening there.
Yeah. Slamming magazines and everything.
Yes, that's what he's doing. All right, what else is going on, Terry? What else do you have?
Well, according to
I love
Star
this.
magazine,
This is great, this system here.
oh,
Go ahead, don't worry.
Demi Moore
Yeah.
is still smoking, even though there's speculation, as we all know, that she is pregnant. About 10 weeks.
She's what now?
Pregnant.
Pregnant.
Yes. About 10 weeks. That's what everybody's speculating.
But
But
she's still smoking?
like half a pack a day.
Half a pack a day.
Yes. And Ashton has been trying to get her to quit, but he has a smoking habit as well, and he can't get rid of his habit. So yeah.
Well, he's
it's
not carrying around a little seed inside
I
there.
understand that.
Then I know that there really isn't technically a crime against smoking while you're pregnant, but can't we throw Demi in jail anyway?
Sure.
I mean, shouldn't she be a little bit beyond what the average trailer park lady's able to do?
Yes.
Come on. Even though to me is pretty damn close.
Oh,
Smoking when she's pregnant.
I know.
Doesn't know any better at age 40?
2.
42? What is she trying to do? Is she trying to lose this baby? Is that what she wants?
I don't know.
Did she get knocked up not on purpose and she's trying to lose the child, Terry?
Well, other people are saying that, the reason why she's still smoking is because she's afraid of, gaining weight. Of course. She spent big bucks on getting her body back.
Right.
So, hey,
Yes. Something tells me she may gain a little weight over the next few months.
just a tad.
Her body and all the effort she put into it, that doesn't make any sense, Terry. She's not a dumbass, is she?
No.
She may be a stupid butt, but she's not a dumbass.
No, she's not.
So she's got to realize that her body and all that she's worked for is going to have some changes over the next few months. So smoking now is only going to salvage your body for maybe a couple more minutes. It's due to get a little bigger.
Well, she has other kids, right? I mean, was she smoking during
I don't know.
those?
Is it fair to say that there's a real good chance that she's not pregnant, or maybe this story is inaccurate? Because one of the two has to be right. I don't think Demi could be pregnant and smoking. I mean, she's got to be a little smarter.
Well, a lot of
Is she
women, although
just
they
a
are very smart and know the consequences of smoking.
They do it anyway.
They do it anyway. It's not that important.
And
Their cancer sticks are.
and it makes your baby come out with yellow fingernails. Is that the
Yeah.
Is that the guarantee or what?
Low birth weight, all
Low
kinds
birth
of
weight.
little
Yes,
things,
and they
so.
say lower birth weights are becoming a trend. More and more. Well, that's I guess a trend. That more children are born. Yes, lower in weight than they were born, going back through the decades, Terry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I read that somewhere.
Wow.
Why is that? Is that a smoking thing?
Hey,
or-
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't remember reading that far.
Oh, you just got
read the
to low
headline.
birth weight and stopped?
Wasn't very interesting.
Oh, okay.
Not to me. So yeah, they say. I just remember reading that the trend is that babies are being born at lower birth weights than they used to be born, and I guess it has to stand to reason that part of the rationale for that is that women are smoking and don't care.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Little
it.
fetus treadmills that you now have implanted in there, I think, is why they're so skinny.
Little gerbil circle there.
The little ball.
And if you got to me smoking, and she's relatively bright, I would guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, in some sense, I'm sure she's got a couple of brain cells. I don't know her personally, but she doesn't seem just outright stupid, right?
Right.
She's got enough sense to have kids and know what it takes
Right.
to...
But maybe we're completely overestimating her. Maybe she's as dumb as they come.
Well, she chose to do G.I. Jane, so.
Yeah, but striptease was a classic.
No, she's smart. She knows what's up.
Well, it's one of three things. Either she is not pregnant, and the stories are wrong. Either she's pregnant and not smoking, and the stories are inaccurate. Or she's a dumb bunt
Oh, bun.
Wow.
on a Fractious Friday
Fractious.
Man.
I think that's his favorite.
while eating Raisinets. Yes. Okay. So,
Yeah, I think you're right. Fractious is pretty cool.
yes, take your pick on those three, Terry. Which one do you want to go for?
Well, I guess she's a dumb bunt then.
You believe she's pregnant, you believe she's smoking, and you believe she's a dumb bunt.
Yes.
Mm.
Absolutely.
She's not come out and denied. It seems to be gaining momentum, the
Yeah.
story that she is pregnant with Ashton's baby.
Yeah, I mean, she'll deny not getting. They'll both deny that they're not going to get married. But the whole
Right.
pregnancy thing.
They're not
has been-
denying.
I haven't really heard them say, "Oh no, she is absolutely not pregnant."
And it's not hard to spot someone smoking. Either they're smoking or they're not
right,
smoking.
right. Mm-hmm.
So you tend to believe choice 3, she's a dumb bunt.
Yes.
Mm.
Choice 3, it is.
Right. Well, maybe we should introduce her to Schwager and let her see the product of a child who's born by a smoker.
Right.
T-Man, it's not funny. Well, whatever. It's not our baby.
She stopped smoking in the 3rd trimester.
I just feel a little sorry
Yeah.
for the unborn child. Not only is he going to have the goofiest parents in the world, but
Low
he's
birth weight, lung problem.
he or she off to an interesting start, coughing away
Yeah, I know.
in the womb. What else is going on, Terry? What else is
I
happening?
have some more Britney Spears, Kevin Federline crap for you. Apparently, again, according to the Star, they are not allowed to watch Kevin Federline's 8-month-old son, Caleb, without permission. The one by Shar Jackson. She doesn't feel they're experienced enough. So she told Star, supposedly, that, quote, Britney has no experience with babies. Kevin's a great dad, but his only experience is with Caleb's older sister, Corey.
I believe that second part, the Kevin's great dad.
And he had to help me, and he had my help the whole
Right.
time.
Okay.
So,
Fascinating.
yeah, more.
Okay, what else?
How about this? Oh, Sofia Vergara. She was supposedly tied with Tom Cruise. Well,
Right.
she's now been paired up with Tyrese. So, dump Tom Cruise for Tyrese, supposedly.
Upgrade in your opinion?
Yeah,
Okay, think about that one.
I do, because I like them both equally. I mean,
So would that be an upgrade? You
sure.
said yes. I like them both equally.
Yeah, well,
How do we make heads or tails out of that?
It's a lateral move.
it's a lateral move. There you go.
Well, then it's not an upgrade, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not at
Well, we
all.
can get that straight.
Okay.
Hot shot, 3 choices on Terry Free. Dumbass.
I like that one, whatever you
Yeah, I
think.
can only think of that one.
The T-Man.
It was an unwelcome visit by the cops.
Why would my mom get a finger and put her in her mouth when the family members that's just not done.
Terry, that woman who bit into a finger while enjoying a nice hot bowl of chili at a Wendy's in California.
Yes.
Apparently she's under investigation now.
Wow.
Yeah. They basically beat down her door, searched her house.
Whoa.
And are starting to come to the conclusion that she may be behind the whole finger-biting incident by her own doing.
Why would my mom get a finger and put her in her mouth when the family members that's just not done.
This is a family member of this woman who is now under investigation reacting to the barging down of the front door and the search that ensued from there, Terry. Because the belief now is the authorities have put together the notion that it may have been a deceased aunt's finger.
What?
In the family, yes.
Oh, my God.
That's the theory, that this woman who bit into the finger in the Wendy's chili in California may have been biting her own aunt's finger that she put in the bowl of chili herself, Terry.
Okay.
The aunt died a few months earlier and was buried. It might have been buried with 9 digits as opposed to 10.
Are they going to dig her up and look?
And they may have to.
Can't they I thought they were trying to run a fingerprint.
The plot is thickening. I don't know if the fingerprint led to any specific conclusion, but now this is their strongest theory. That this woman did this to herself, and she used her own deceased aunt's finger.
Wow.
After a few shovels of dirt, like, okay, it's hers. I did it. Leave her down there.
And then all the family brings the other 9 fingers. Okay, we were all going to do it.
Right.
Auntie had no fingers.
This woman could be in serious trouble if it turns out that the authorities' conclusion, or at least their theory, turns out to be accurate. This woman could be facing fraud charges and all kinds of mutilation charges and all that other fun stuff.
I found a skull in my milkshake.
Oh, my God.
Just keep trying.
Dig up the aunt. She's skullless, no fingers, no toes. She was ready to hit every fast food joint in the West.
And how about her teeth, boy? Don't forget those. Pluck those out.
Why would my mom get a finger and put her in her mouth when the family members? That's just not done.
That's just not done.
Because she's poor.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I mean, who knows? Why would people do it?
It's not like they broke down the door of a mansion, I'll tell you that. You didn't see this on the news?
I didn't.
Wendy's pretty much now saying, aha, we knew it wasn't us.
Right.
We don't serve finger foods. And they haven't nailed it down completely, but this is their strongest theory now. Wow. That the woman, as we suggested, when we first had the story break, I said, you know what? A lot of people are starting to do this to themselves, knowing there's a payday at the end of this whole situation, and the likelihood is she put the finger in her own chili. I never thought I was right, though. I can't believe it.
Before they busted it down, she opened it, and then they pulled a Glock on her, or a 9mm, right there.
Armed with a search warrant, cops detained 5 people and then went through the house looking for evidence.
Yeah, they think we set that up. They think we...
Auntie, are you in here? Auntie! I'm down here. I wish I could wave, but I have no fingers. No, they wouldn't find the aunt because the aunt in question, Terry, is a dead aunt. Dead aunt.
Armed with a search warrant, cops detained 5 people and then went through the house looking for evidence.
Yeah, they think we set that up. They think we, chopped it up and, had it and brought it with us down there, or they brought it down there with them and did it.
But cops in the fast food chain are at a loss to explain how it happened, and they've run out of any new leads.
We have no evidence of any accident within the employees at the facility itself. We've had everybody to kind of show us that they've got 10 fingers. And
what a thorough investigation, Terry.
Yeah.
All employees, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can go home. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're really being very thorough here, Terry.
I got nothing here, Bob. They got them all.
Well, it's a mystery, Jack, isn't it?
We have no evidence of any accident within the employees at the facility itself. We've had everybody to kind of show us that they've got 10 fingers and everything is okay there.
Yes.
Genesis says she was frightened by the whole ordeal.
That ain't right. They treat us really wrong.
Wendy's is offering a $50,000 reward for the first person providing verifiable information leading to the positive identification of where the finger came from.
Everyone now is going to be slicing off their fingers in California going, yeah, it was mine. 50 grand? Okay, thank you. Terrific.
Whatever that went.
Oh, my gosh. Desperate time, huh?
This is getting really ridiculous, this story. Like it wasn't from the beginning. And there's a movie in here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wendy's is offering a $50,000 reward for the first person providing verifiable information leading to the positive identification of where the finger came from.
Right.
We just don't know what may have caused this situation. But for us, we take food safety and quality very seriously.
Meantime, the family is very upset over what happened on Wednesday.
Yes, and what happened on Wednesday, again, ladies and gentlemen, is they beat down the door of this woman who claims she's already been through a traumatic situation.
Yeah.
She claims she's already been traumatized by biting into a bowl of Wendy's chili and finding an unidentified finger waiting for her.
Imagine the lawsuit when they dig up Aunt and there's all her fingers.
Whoa.
All right, theory number 2.
Right. Dig up the one next to her.
And sorry about the door, lady.
Right.
And the family claims not only did they beat down the door of this woman who claims she's been wronged and traumatized, but they were holding guns in their hand when they did it. They were putting Glocks and 9mm in their faces, this family, this innocent family, that their only crime was that they went to Wendy's and bit into a bowl of chili. Come on, they're as guilty as they come.
Oh, wow.
This family did it. There's no doubt about it in my mind. This family is so guilty. And that aunt, they're trying to Elmer's glue a finger back on from some other family member now.
Just an awful cycle.
Take one for the team.
Wendy's is not overlooking a finger being tossed around in the chili, all right?
Right. No,
Come on.
You're right.
As I said from the very beginning, and I'll again say it, this is a big payday now. People know this is a good way to get rich quick. It's a lottery ticket. Aunt's not going to feel anything if you slice her finger off. She's dead enough. So she'll be buried with 9 fingers. Guarantee you.
That's why it was a closed casket, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want people counting fingers and go, oops.
I don't know, Terry. Maybe this wasn't the ultimate reason that they sliced the finger off. Maybe there was a ring they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Then they just realized, okay, what do we do with this finger? We can either have it bronzed and put it on the mantle, or we'll stick it in some fast food and try to get paid.
Almost worked.
Almost worked. Not really.
The movie should be called 9.5 Fingers.
Yeah, starring Kim Basinger and Mickey Rourke.
Right.
He could use the work.
Yeah,
So it'll be a dirty movie.
This dirty movie. I never doubted Wendy's, Terry. Never stopped going to Wendy's. By the way, we just had some Wendy's drive-thru the other night. Never stopped me from feeling Wendy's did wrong here. This family is just some low-rent family trying to get paid. End of story.
You can't beat a square burger.
It's a good effort. It was a nice effort. You got to applaud their effort. Hey, if you want to, it's not even that original, but if you want to cut off, I guarantee you a lot of people who already have been paid may have gotten away with something. There's been a family or two somewhere along the line of people that have been paid in lawsuits that may have done it to themselves also. But this family's not going to get away with it.
Like, ooh, that coffee's hot. I never knew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see? No one saw the footage of them breaking down this family's house door?
Mm-mm.
Man, it's so ridiculous.
Well, at least the house, right?
Not much of one. But we've all lived in one.
Right.
Let's just put it that way. None of us are born from major means here. But, I mean, you gotta...
I mean, with guns drawn and everything, like, what are they going to do?
It was a house that leads you to believe they could use one with 2 bedrooms now for the 6 people that live in that one.
Wow.
Guns drawn by the police, Terry. It's not like the Wendy's people went in loaded. You know, it's not like the Wendy's people went in with Uzis. No, it's the police that are now closing in on these people in this family because they realize they're frauds.
Yeah.
They could use their drive-through stuff as little communications between the others.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're moving in. Wait, I got to get some sweet and sour sauce for this person's chicken.
Yeah, chicken fingers have a new meaning.
I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it doesn't look good for this family, Terry.
No, it doesn't.
Hope they don't dig up the ants.
And I think if you're going to go for the lawsuit of something in the fast food that you're eating, don't go something as prominent as a finger. That's the moral of the story.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Okay. A little bug.
A finger's pretty easy to trace, you know.
Something common that could just fall in there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The fingers are traceable. Something a little more subtle that will still get you paid. Man. We'll have to follow as the details continue to roll in.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty much done now. All it is pretty much solidifying that this family is to blame. But the family members sound pretty adamant.
Well, maybe they don't know the mom is doing that.
Oh, I think they
Come on. When you've got your aunt, like, on the table and mom's over there sawing off a finger.
Well, that doesn't mean everybody's standing around watching.
Why would my mom get a finger and put her in her mouth when the family members? That's just not done.
Wow. It'll be quite the duel if they're all standing around the body. Do it. I dare you. Dig her up. Oh, we're gonna. We'll see who blinks first.
It'll be a game of chicken.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they get about 4 feet under, okay, we did it.
Right.
Yes.
We'll see. See if they cave.
What else is going on in this wacky, wild world, Terry?
Well, since Oprah has lost 100 pounds, she's decided to get her new body bronzed for posterity.
Oprah's physical trainer, by the way, told her if she cuts off all 10 fingers, she'll lose an extra 5 pounds.
Worth it, I guess.
So she commissioned a Chicago artist to do this. She posed nude, and it will be completed in about a year, and it'll be displayed at her California estate.
I say this again now. Oprah feels her body is so sleek,
so buff and
beautiful these days that she is now going to have a professional sculptor.
She already did.
She hired a professional sculptor to bronze the likeness that is Oprah.
Yes.
And save it for the rest of time.
Butt naked.
She's going to be without a speck of clothing.
Correct.
Nothing like a bronze VJ for you. And they are going to, from head to toe, create the likeness and bronze it. The likeness that is Oprah.
Yes.
So that 500 years from now, no child will be spared, without the notion of the great woman that was Oprah.
Right.
They'll be able to look to that bronze statue for the rest of the time that this earth is spinning and be able to remember the Oprah that was. The good Oprah, the skinny, the buff.
Yes.
The svelte Oprah.
Replace the Mona Lisa.
It's a modern-day Mona Lisa, Stephen. I think you're onto something. And it's going to be bronze, huh?
Going to be bronze.
They didn't think possibly going with milk chocolate so Oprah can get a little hungry at some point in the rest of her life and start nibbling away at herself?
She probably thought of it.
Right.
That's not one with a hollow center. That's for sure.
Not like that Easter bunny you bought years ago.
That's such a disappointment.
Took it back feeling like you were gypped, Stephen.
That's why I always just punch them, make sure they're solid.
You got to lift them up in the store because you can kind of tell if they're... Push your finger through it.
So if you're in the grocery store and you see some wacko lifting up the bunnies, anytime in the future, ladies and gentlemen, you'll know who Stephen Kilbreth is.
Right.
Because 500 years from now, no one's going to be able to look at any bronze statue of him, I'll tell you that right now.
Him and his buff bod.
But Oprah will be immortalized.
Yes, she will.
By a sculptor that will capture the essence of her new and improved body.
Yes. Exciting, huh? And it's in your house. I mean, she's going to put it in her California estate. So, like, if you go visit her, you get greeted by that every time.
Speaking of being able to remember a piece of history, John is on the line, I'm sorry to say. And he claims he's been, over the past 24 hours straight, at a church because he's been very moved and filled with sorrow over the passing of the Pope, Terry.
Oh.
Do I even put him on? Is there any chance he can say anything nice, can bring any warm memories about the Pope to us and add to the legacy that was the Pope, or is it just going to do some major damage here?
Damage.
Oh, jeez.
B.
Yeah.
I mean, just a thought. Is there any possibility he's really been at church mourning for the Pope?
No.
No way.
Then why is he saying that? What is wrong with this guy?
Unless there's a tavern called The Church.
Besides all the obvious. That'd be a good name for a tavern, by the way.
I know.
I would go to that tavern.
Honey, I'm going
There
to church.
used to be a club inside an old church down at the UW.
John, no one believes you've been at church. No one believes you have any real affiliation to any kind of religious, any sense of religion whatsoever.
It's called Catholic. Don't you understand what that means?
I understand.
I actually took a day off from having any type of drink to mourn the passing of the Pope.
So you're very sober right now. You've been alcohol-free because you feel that's the least you can do.
Yeah.
You've been wine-free, not alcohol-free.
No, I took a couple little breads to my mouth at the church at St. James Cathedral this morning. I was there at exactly 1 a.m. We honored the Pope.
Exactly 1 a.m. you were at church. That's what you want us to believe.
What's that?
At exactly 1 a.m. you were at church.
Well, that's when everything... it was like 10 a.m. Vatican time.
Right.
So, yeah, I was there all morning long, and I came home, and, of course, the first people I got to hit up, it's the T-Man Show.
Oh, jeez.
And I got to say, let me respond to one thing before you get back to the Pope thing.
Right.
Oh,
the
boy,
Pope thing.
the Pope
He
thing.
spent all night, Terry, mourning for the Pope, and it's a Pope thing to him.
Yes.
Yes, John.
It was a Pope finger from Lord looking down on the Pope, and the Lord pointed at the Pope's heart and says, "You are mine, and now it's time to come home to heaven. You are my now
I'm
father.
glad he remembers the exact sermon that the pastor shared with the congregation there this morning, Terry.
Yes.
Word for word.
Moving.
Reporting live from the Wendy's headquarters in Renton, Washington, I'm John reporting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, John. There you go. Pope would be proud.
Okay. At least you remembered the Pope.
All right. Maybe if he took an interest in religion and the Pope before the passing,
Yeah.
he would have been salvageable, Terry.
Maybe.
But at this point, I think we've hit the point of no return as it pertains to John and his life, Terry.
Better bring a sunblock. It's going to be warm.
Well, that's actually a good thing because, like I said, this will be actually the first morning, I believe, in a while that I actually take your show, T-Man.
Well, now, is this going to sober you up? Is this going to... Fine, I'm glad you're sober this morning. Is it going to sober you up for a long period of time due to this newfound connection you have to the Pope and religion, or is this just a one-day thing? Because if it's a one-day thing, the Pope says... if Pope was here, he'd be saying, no thanks, John.
No, actually, he'd be saying, thank you, John.
Not if it's a one-day thing. He wants you to change your ways.
Respecting me and being at our Mass today that we had it. Again, I got to say, St. James Cathedral.
Fine, I'm sure they love the plug.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. Yeah, they're an advertiser, by the way, so don't worry about it.
All of a sudden, the priest is going to call out and
Right.
say, hey,
Shut the hell up.
Terry, you better shut the hell up. John's speaking.
are you on
I asked you a question, John. The question is this a one-day sobering moment, or is this going to be a long-term thing now, that the passing of the Pope made you see the light and you're changing your ways?
The Pope actually saw light. The Pope actually got taken upstairs.
I'm not having my question answered, obviously.
That's because it's a no.
The answer's no. That's why he doesn't want to respond. I'm going to ask him one more time, hoping that the answer may be something other than no.
The answer is yes, T-Man.
So, in other words, your drinking days are over.
For today.
Well, then the answer's no.
No, you got to understand that. You know, y'all can joke, but this is a serious situation. The nation watched the Pope. President Bush was there. Former President Clinton was there. Bush Sr. was there.
Wow, really?
Shut up, Terry.
Okay. John.
It's an important thing, and I want everybody out there.
But not important enough for you to stop drinking on a regular basis, is what you're saying.
Today is the day to remember.
Not important enough for you to stop drinking tomorrow.
In fact, he even admitted that he took 2 drinks at the cathedral.
Are you going to drink tomorrow?
Well, no, I've got to go at least 4 days because it took Pope John Paul II to get buried.
Okay.
At least 4 days.
All right, just to have him mention Pope John II is John Paul II is a bad thing, Terry. It just doesn't seem right.
No.
If he's not going to stop drinking, then obviously...
Great man. He's a father. He loved everybody.
Right.
He did a great job for the Muslims.
He was a tremendous eulogy.
He had kids?
You guys just talking over me because you guys...
Uh-oh, here
Because
you
you're saying wrong.
I got to get him off the air.
Okay.
It's the least we can do for the memory of Pope John Paul II, Terry.
Please.
Is immediately disconnect John.
The Pope calls John by his chat line name, as opposed to Eric.
Right. God. But the Pope knows all.
Okay, good.
The T-Man.
Cookie Monster changes his tune.
Oh, jeez.
Healthy food.
Oh, no.
Boy, it tastes so good.
Oh, my gosh. Terry, is that what the Cookie Monster's doing now? He's promoting healthy food?
Yes.
And he's going around saying, healthy food.
Yes.
That kind of entirely negates the concept of the monster.
I understand.
I don't remember having this unabated hook on... I haven't been hooked on Chips Ahoy, Terry, because of the Cookie Monster all my life. All right? It's not like Cookie Monster ruined my life, and I'm glad now he's changed his ways.
Well, you're
lucky. All right?
I mean, it's not like you can go around going, I'm the Cookie Monster, give me cookies.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
Cookie Monster changes his tune.
That's how you do that the other day.
Healthy food.
Boy, it tastes so good.
Yes, it does, don't you?
You have to admit. In a new Sesame Street campaign, he'll promote healthy foods and cookies sometimes.
That's right. The Cookie Monster is not as big a monster as he used to be, Terry, and a whole new generation of kids will be better off.
Yeah,
Right. It's the
much
carrot
thinner.
Much thinner as a result of this Cookie Monster, Terry. The same Cookie Monster, yet a changed Cookie Monster. He's seen the light.
When are these stupid parents going to stop blaming other people for their fat-ass little kids?
They're blaming a monster! A little blue puppet! A hand puppet! for their kids being fat, to the point where they put enough pressure on the Sesame Street people that they had to change Cookie Monster's whole identity. Healthy food.
He comes to your house and makes you force feed your kids cookies.
Right.
You know?
The parents are not responsible at all. It's been the Cookie Monster all along.
Jeez.
Parents don't want to have to buy cookies, but their kids demand it because Cookie Monster has set the tone.
And whatever the kids want, the kids get.
That's right. That's the way it is these days.
Marge had no choice.
Right.
Stephen would have beaten her to a pulp if he didn't get his cookies. Stephen, do you blame your chubbiness and your 6 chins on Cookie Monster?
I wasn't thin. I was not fat growing up, so it's only a later in life thing.
I can't believe that you were able to get out from under the thumb of the Cookie Monster, Stephen.
I didn't watch that show.
And there was something else. There was some other. There were other things on for you.
I didn't. We didn't have PBS. PBS and CBS we didn't get. So
you didn't get PBS growing up. You missed out on all those shows that are kid oriented.
That is true.
That's fascinating.
Wow.
It's sad.
Healthy food. Boy, it tastes so good.
That's what I missed out on.
No, you missed out on Cookie Monster shoving a whole
Chips Ahoy
box of Chips Ahoy in his mouth.
That was great.
And crumbs flying everywhere.
You couldn't get better entertainment as a 5-year-old.
No, I know. Absolutely not.
And now those new generation of 5-year-olds, Terry, are going to be deprived of the real Cookie Monster.
Right.
But
he's healthy now.
If they're smaller in the waistline, it's all for the right purpose.
Right.
Parents should be ashamed of themselves.
That it's come to this?
Yes.
Parents should be ashamed that Cookie Monster has been forced to change his identity. You think the parents are behind this? Parents were complaining enough to the Sesame Street people that they had to change Cookie Monster.
Yes.
Finally now, in 2005, Cookie Monster has a new personality. It's like at the end of the Grinch That Stole Christmas, Terry.
Yeah?
His heart grew 3 times larger, and he softened his ways.
Aww.
And so now has the Cookie Monster.
Carrot sticks for everyone.
Jeez. Now if only Count Dracula could be shown the right path too, Terry. He's pretty evil himself.
Yep. Sugar cereal and stuff.
Yeah, Count Chocula's next.
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
Fascinating.
That's terrible.
Okay. I believe you have a Michael Jackson trial update. Is that
I
right,
do,
Terry?
because-
And you told me during the break you're a little reluctant to talk about it. Is that right?
Well, the testimony that came out yesterday in the trial was pretty dicey.
Pretty dicey!
And quite honestly, it's
Terry,
graphic.
after being exposed to the Cookie Monster all those years, we're immune to everything.
Well, I don't
There's
know.
nothing that could move us in any kind of way, Terry, because we've had dicey lives.
Ooh. Well,
What happened in the Michael Jackson courtroom yesterday, Terry, that you're a little bit uncomfortable to speak about?
Well-
It's a very, the nature of the whole trial itself
Right, is
is very graphic and touchy, if you
uncomfortable
will.
to talk about, right?
Right.
Touchy.
Whoa.
But there was more graphic testimony yesterday
Yes.
than in any other day that you've been following the trial.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying as our entertainment news reporter of the T-Man in the Morning Show?
That is what I'm saying.
Wow! It's a little dicey.
And graphic.
Stephen, if you can't handle the diciness right now, I advise you turn your radio.
All right, I may do that.
Yes.
Go back to making your CD upstairs.
A little too much.
Now, this is testimony from 2 former Neverland employees, okay?
All right.
In which
It's already too nice. Go ahead. What happened?
they
What did
gave graphic descriptions yesterday of seeing Michael Jackson in a pool house shower with a young boy. And there's no nice way of saying this.
Oh, jeez.
So, giving him oral sex.
Ow! Terry, you're fired. You can't be talking on the radio.
Well, you know,
Yes.
there's just, I can't help
No,
it.
you're
That's
reporting the
what's-
news. You warned us it was dicey.
I did, and that it was graphic.
And now we all have a great visual as we make our way into a new day.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson, according to these 2 employees,
Yes.
was giving this young lad an oral moment.
Yes. One of them was is a gentleman. He was a security guard, and the other was a maid.
A maid and a security guard were on the stand yesterday saying point blank, Michael was giving this boy an oral moment.
Yes.
What year did this happen, according to their...
1990.
It took them 15 years now to step forward and talk about it, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
If they actually witness Michael Jackson giving this boy oral sex, don't they have a responsibility to break into that shower and stop the... Come on.
Yes.
You're telling me that that's what they really saw? I don't believe it.
Yeah, security guard was doing a fine job, huh?
I have the news story right in front of me, too, Terry. And I'm noticing that Michael Jackson's defense attorney, who I understand is a highly skilled man.
Mesereau.
Yes, Tom Mesereau, is that his name? He's not the cold man, it's Tom Stanley.
No, he's a cold man.
Tom Mesereau pointed out that these were two employees that were fired from the Neverland Ranch, Terry, and actually they filed a wrongful termination suit back in the 90s against Michael Jackson and lost that suit, Terry. They lost a wrongful termination suit against Michael Jackson, and not only that, but when Michael Jackson countersued these two former employees, he won his court fees back, Terry, because their suit was so bogus. And when they had to pay $25,000 in court fees back to Michael Jackson after that ruling came down, they had to file for bankruptcy because they couldn't pay the $25,000. You're telling me about two people without an axe to grind? I think not.
I know.
It's too bad they're the ones that witnessed it.
Do you really think there's any possibility that that's what they witnessed and they didn't either A, break it up right there when you see some little 9-year-old having that done to him by Michael Jackson, or B, immediately rush to the authorities right then and there?
I know.
They should go to jail for doing nothing. Yeah.
Right,
If in fact they saw
Absolutely.
But that's the testimony that was being said on the stand by those two individuals who were former employees of the Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch. How would you like to have that title? I'm an employee of the Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch.
The roller coaster operator.
The Michael Jackson
Get on board.
I'm a cotton candy machine operator at the Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch.
That's what it says on your
Here's
check.
my business card.
It's a long-ass title.
Call me. You look pretty hot. And that's what they wanted everyone in the jury box to believe.
Yes.
That that's what they witnessed. Mm-hmm. And yet, to our knowledge, they didn't stop it from happening, Terry.
No.
Michael Jackson's he'd beat your ass if you stopped him in mid-sex act there, Terry.
He's intimidating.
Yeah, he is.
Well, they can make the case that even though he's not physically intimidating, he has the means to change your life, if you will.
Take his kneecaps out or something.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
But it's getting pretty dicey, as you say, in that courtroom, Terry.
Yeah.
See, the only reason that this trial isn't nearly as big a circus as the O.J. trial was, and everyone in the media wants you to believe it's a huge circus, but it's not nearly what O.J. was, because it's not on television day to day. Not on TV like the O.J. trial was. We can't follow it. I mean, they have the reenactment on E, but that's just stupid. I mean, I play that every day, but it's stupid.
You like it. Come
on. It's great, but it's not the same.
True, it's not. It's not. You have the little attorneys on the round table deciphering everything.
I don't know why they felt that they couldn't put cameras into the courtroom during this trial. I'd be glued to the TV every day watching former Neverland employees giving their detail-by-detail account of what happened and what they saw. Even though I don't believe them, Terry. I don't believe them. I still want to hear it. Damn shame what Judge Lanzito did to us all.
Damn him.
Mm-hmm. He ruined any other chance for any other mega trial to be on TV.
He wanted to be a star.
That's right. I mean, he got the dancing Itos out of it on Jay Leno's show.
Yeah.
But aside from that, no good came from that. Yeah. Well, one might say Michael's in a spot of trouble. Others might conclude that that just seems a little too preposterous, only because 15 years later, and given the background of these two former employees, it's hard to believe their testimony. Scream at the top of your lungs. Do something if you're actually witnessing a 9-year-old boy having that done to him by Michael Jackson.
Right.
Or if you were fired, I mean, in the earlier trial, if they went to trial with him before, why wouldn't you bring it up?
I don't know.
I mean, seems to make sense that you would do that.
There's one thing I do know, Stephen, though, since you're bringing up things that I do or don't know. Yeah, right. It's that it's a Fractus Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Fractus!
Whoa!
And that means if you have any comments on the very dicey testimony that came out of the Michael Jackson trial yesterday, or if you have anything you want to talk about, now's the time to start calling the phone lines. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Any other dicey information coming out of the trial, Terry? That's pretty much the long and short of yesterday.
That's pretty much the long and short of yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Man. 1-866. No pun intended.
Right.
1-866.
Michael denies every inch of it.
Right.
Whoa.
1-866-663-T-MAN. That is your telephone number as we now open the phone lines for your usage. You are on the air. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to call and say that I think John should be kicked off the dysfunctional family. I listen every single morning, and I love you guys. And every time he comes on the air, I turn it off. I can't.
Yes, well, so do we.
Well, and there is a website that is taking a petition right now.
Yes, if there's that big a calling for his removal, then Matthew Schwager, who totally agrees with you, who's a fellow dysfunctional family member of John John's, is having people sign a petition to have him removed from the air.
And we have, 10,000 signatures?
I don't think there's anyone that doesn't coincide with the opinion, that doesn't fall in line with the same thought that he's a drunken good-for-nothing that brings nothing to the table and is just a waste of everyone's time.
Right.
Wow, you summed it up nicely.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That should be on his business card. That was great.
So why do you answer his calls? Why do you let him on the air when people are turning off the radio when he calls?
These are magical questions that only powers that are stronger than I can answer.
Because every now and then he has audio of gay phone operators.
That's
something
right.
really stupid on the chat line.
Yeah.
We like that.
Right. Believe it or not, and this may be hard to believe by some of the anti-John fans, he does have people that enjoy his calls and find them very entertaining, and maybe it makes them feel a little bit better about their lives.
Yeah, probably.
It's hard not to feel better about your life after you hear John on the air.
Even the homeless guy who has a little transistor radio is like, hey, I'm happy here.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
But I will be the first to tell you that you are definitely in the vast majority of people that despise John, are repulsed by John, turn off the station when John's on, and for some reason that's never stopped us. All right? So don't feel alone.
Okay.
Okay, baby.
Thank you.
What are you wearing?
Maybe you like the pain, T-Man.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Hi. Sir, it's you. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to comment on the Wendy's reward.
All right.
Reward.
Yeah.
What about the Wendy's situation? New developments in the Wendy's stories we played earlier, Terry. The authorities in California, the police, have investigated, and they now believe the woman that bit into a finger in a bowl of chili may have sliced off that finger from her own deceased aunt.
Whoa.
What would you like to say about that, sir?
Yeah, I'd like to just tell everybody that don't get involved in the reward situation. Because if you tell on these people, Wendy's is going to find a reason why not to pay you their $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to find a loophole somewhere in there, and you're just going to
Well, I think Wendy's in this situation happens to be clear of all guilt. I mean, I don't think Wendy's accidentally, the finger fell into the chili.
They counted all their employees' fingers.
I don't really think that happened here, sir. Maybe there has been an occasion or two where a fast food restaurant made a little mistake, and because of that, it was deserving that someone got some cash allotment and some kind of lawsuit settlement. But in this situation, it's been so well chronicled about all these people getting paid in these lawsuits that this woman just got a little carried away with her wanting to get a big payday. Her aunt died. She sliced off the finger, and yes, she put it in the chili she was eating right there in Wendy's. This is not Wendy's fault.
Yeah, I believe that, but I don't think they're going to give nobody no reward for it.
Oh, Wendy's.
For the information.
Oh, I
For
see.
any
Wendy's is
information
offering $50,000. So you say everyone clam up because no one's getting paid.
Yeah.
You tell on someone, and then Wendy says, we're just kidding.
Yeah. But you know what's going to happen is one of the family members all of a sudden is going to make a secret phone call.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
guess what?
exactly.
You know, that's how they're going to get paid.
Well, as I said, the moral of this story is when you're trying to dupe the fast food restaurants out of millions of dollars, you better be a little bit more subtle.
Something tells me they got pretty good lawyers.
Yeah. I mean, we thought the used condom was a big jump in what you find in your fast food.
Right.
Your aunt's finger is even bigger than that.
For a lifetime supply of Frosties, I'll tell them it's somebody in that family.
Oh, jeez.
That's my reward.
You don't even need the 50,000. Is that what you're saying, Stephen?
Lifetime of Frosties.
You love the Frosty, don't
Definitely make out better by getting a lifetime of Frosties. In the long run, it would pay off.
Well, you have to add the fries with that.
you? You should have seen Stephen's little face. Not so little, Terry.
Right, okay.
When I took him to my restaurant Sport, and he saw that the milkshakes are made from Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've never seen a man glow like that, Terry.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And then they brought the steel tin with the extra shake in that tin, Terry. And Stephen was on cloud 9.
Yeah. Did he ask for extra whipped cream?
Oh, don't you know?
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Whoopie
yes.
cream, that's what we call it.
What kind of shake did you get, by the way, Stephen?
It was, I believe it was blackberry. One of the berry varieties.
You got a blackberry Haagen-Dazs
It's either
shake.
black or rasp. I don't know.
Did you
Or
enjoy,
Brent.
Did you enjoy the dining at the T-Man partially owned restaurant, Stephen?
I did, yeah.
Yes.
It's always good.
We got good reviews in the Seattle Times and the PI, Terry. Did you see those?
No, I did
And yet
not.
Terry has yet to go to my restaurant. I don't know what I have to own for Terry to make a nice little cameo. It's a family restaurant,
I
Terry. You
understand
could
that.
bring your kids, and yet you haven't shown up.
Maybe we'll do that today because Darius has an orthodontist appointment in Seattle.
That's what you want to do, right after the kid gets his teeth worked on.
Right.
Come on,
He's
son.
in tremendous pain to be sitting there in the booth.
He's drooling.
Hey, he
Drooling.
can have a milkshake, right?
Drooling and moaning, Terry. Yeah, nothing like that frosty milkshake to hit your newly worked on teeth.
He's okay.
Second thought, stay clear of my restaurant.
Oh, okay.
You're on the air.
Probably won't tip anyway.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I think.
Are you a non-tipper, Terry?
No, I'm a good tipper.
Is that right?
Yes.
I don't know. It doesn't follow in your profile.
Well,
I can't decide.
Because I could say this, Terry. I'm still waiting for the gift that you're going to send my new child. I just think that's appropriate, seeing that I spent like $400 on your child's gift.
I did.
We didn't get it. Must have got lost in the mail. You're telling me you sent us a gift and we didn't get it?
Well, for the baby shower, I sent along a gift.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, never mind that. Never mind.
God. And I got a lovely thank you note from your
did.
lovely wife
Oh, I should have checked with
for
you.
the gift.
Are you still there?
No, she hung up.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
She's like, oh, screw them.
I know. People.
They're not paying any attention to me.
I think for that, you should take Terry to Sport and the whole family.
You're on the air.
And I'm part of the family.
Me too.
Hello?
So is Vinny and Pasty Dave.
Yes. I just remember going to your baby registry and buying like pretty much everything that wasn't bought off
You
it.
did well, yes, no
All
doubt.
right.
Did you send a thank you note?
Are you sure you bought a gift for my child?
Call your wife now.
I don't want to call her. She's sleeping.
And in fact,
She'll yell at me.
oh yes, she will. Do you know what time it is?
Right?
He is on a schedule.
You're on the air. Well, then I apologize profusely.
Thank you.
Not really. Yes, hi.
Hello. I agree with Stephen Kilbreth about the Michael Jackson case.
I don't think he had any opinion.
Well, thank you.
Actually, that was hot.
You know
what did
if
you
you know a child has been touched in the wrong way and you've even watched it, those people should be turned into the police.
Yeah.
And every one of them who
That was a hot shot.
I thought I said
I
that.
watched it
People
with
confusing me with
one of my
Kilbreth now?
children.
Oh. What was that? You had something with one of your children?
Yeah,
And you got turned in and you...
No, I didn't do it to my children.
Oh.
Someone else did. And they're in jail now. And every one of those people who's seen that happen to that child should be in jail.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line.
I can't imagine. You said this happened in the pool house, Terry?
Yeah.
First of all, I can't imagine Michael Jackson
In a
is
shower
going to
in the
give.
pool house,
I
yeah.
can't imagine Michael Jackson's going to give an oral sexual moment to a 9-year-old in the pool house when he could be doing it in the privacy of his own master bedroom.
Right.
Second of all,
The pool house.
I can't believe Neverland employees walked in on it and didn't immediately make sure it came to a grinding halt.
Maybe they
Screamed, called the authorities, busted in, saved the young man, any of the above. But no, their claim is they saw it, they kept it to themselves, and now, a couple of years after, it was the first time they reported it.
Maybe they signed something in their employment contract that says if you see something fishy, keep your mouth shut.
And one could make
For 15 years.
One could make a claim that it's Michael's Neverland Ranch. He has a lot of power, and because of that, they were afraid to speak up. But I don't buy that. You know what? As much power as you have, if you're walking in on a dude giving giving oral sex to a 9-year-old, I don't care how much power you believe that person has. You still feel inside you have to do the right thing if you're a normal person.
Absolutely.
You don't go, nah, let's go get a snow cone and a hot dog.
Yeah.
Well, the line to the roller coaster short.
Well, that was kind of weird. All right, whatever. Kind of hungry.
1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. You're on the air. Hello.
Is that one of the rides?
Boy. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. A long time ago, you guys were talking about, I guess there was a spokesman guy for some, I don't know what company, but he was talking with a lisp, and Terry was, like, making fun of him, and she was talking like that. It was so funny, though. She did it really well. You guys said, oh, she does a really good impression of that, and she kept talking like that through the show with a lisp. It was funny, dude. And I was like, she hasn't done that in a long time.
Yes. You been on hold for about 4 years or what?
No, I just wanted to hear her talk like that.
Felt the need to tell Terry she did something funny about 4 years ago.
Thank you.
No, it wasn't 4 years ago. It was probably like a year.
Okay.
It was longer than that, I think.
It was longer than that, but that's fine. Better
But
late
I
than
wanted
never.
to tell you guys a joke, too, if that's all right.
Wow.
Thank you for the call. Goodbye.
4 years from now, we'll listen, right?
You're right. Call us back in 3 years from Friday. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Maybe people have to be reminded that these phone lines are wide open for your usage as far as any relationship problems you may be having, as opposed to 2 nuts and a rabbi, T-Better walking down the street. And it's a toll-free number, as always, as usual, 1-866-663-T-MAN. You're on the air.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just had I needed a little bit of advice from you guys.
All right.
It's about a girlfriend.
Well, I feel like you're making this up already as you go along here. You all right, sir? What's going on? Hello? Oh, I got disconnected.
Wow.
It's about a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She threatened to kill me if I call your show. Oh, wait.
You're on the air.
Hey, I wanted to tell you who that little boy in the shower with Michael was.
All right.
I heard it was Wade Robinson, the choreographer for Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy.
Is that a joke? Or
yeah?
I think she's being serious.
Oh.
That is crazy. Thank you for the update. You're on the air. Hello?
T-Man,
Yes.
I need some advice.
All right.
You gave me advice about 3 weeks ago on what to do with my fiancé. And I took your advice and told him we probably should take a step
My
back.
life has never been worse.
Thanks, you ass.
Oh, jeez. Well, so far in the 3 weeks that have followed, have you found that my advice was sound and completely on the bullseye, as most, if not everyone, has found all through the years?
No, you messed up my relationship.
Or it could be that one. How did I mess up your relationship? I've never messed up a relationship. I've only bettered people's lives. Now, maybe in the short term, you think I messed up your relationship. But someday, you're going to realize I did you so right. Now, tell me what your situation was and remind me what my stupid advice was. Go ahead.
I called you because he didn't want to hold our baby.
He didn't want to hold your baby, yes?
Right, our 6-month-old infant.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that it was probably more issues that I was having being insecure with myself, and we should probably put our marriage on hold. And
Well, I don't think it was you saying he won't hold our baby, and from that I drew a conclusion you should put your marriage on hold. I think you told me a little bit more than that, if I remember.
well, I'm sure I did.
There was a lot more, as I recall, and I recall very few things, but I do recall you bringing up a whole bunch of other little symptoms in your relationship that led me to believe that this guy is just having a little bit more of a problem than just holding your baby.
Right.
All right? So don't tell me it was just you calling me he won't hold our baby. Oh, you better divorce him.
That was my main concern when I called.
That was your main concern, but then you told us a whole bunch of other things that made me believe that he's wishing he had a life that he didn't have right now.
Right.
So?
Well, now he won't even talk to me.
Well, I never got the impression from the last time I talked to you that he really liked you anyway, so I'm not surprised he's not talking to you. So don't make it like I screwed up your life.
Well, he was talking to me. At least he was talking to me and still, like, kissing me, hugging me, you know, showing me affection. Now he's just like, whatever.
All right, what happened? Tell me again from the beginning. the ins and outs of your relationship and how it's now changed. Go ahead.
Okay, we were having problems because he wouldn't hold the baby. We were always fighting, always arguing, but at least we were talking.
How old was he? How old is he now?
21.
He's 21. Okay, already from the beginning, we can sense that this is a man who may be able to identify he had a baby in a moment of passion that was not something he was preparing his life for. Right or wrong?
Wrong, because he already had one.
I remember this call. And that was your issue too, is that you thought that he gave more attention to his first child than your child together. Right. I remember you saying that, and you didn't understand why. And
exactly.
Okay, so he had a child with you at 21, his second child, and
he wasn't wanting to take responsibility or play with him or hold him or anything like that. And I hear you talk about your baby, so that's why I called.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could give advice.
All right.
And so I brought the subject up, and I was like, what do you think about, us going back to being friends? I was like, I'll go get my own place. And he was like, well, if you want to screw other people, then you can screw other people. And he hasn't talked to me really since.
Mm-hmm.
He took it like I wanted to be out, sleeping around with other people, and that's not it at all.
Well, did you make that clear to him?
Yes, I've made that clear to him every day since we got together.
But he automatically assumed that you want to be a slut because you'd made it clear to him that maybe a little bit of time that, not necessarily time apart, but time that you ease up on things might be healthy for your relationship.
Right.
Uh-huh.
He sounds mature.
Yeah. I have a hard time. Well, I mean, did you actually point out and say, the reason why I'm having issues with this is because you're not being attentive enough as a father to our child? So, I mean, did you specifically say that?
I told him, I said, you aren't giving Dylan the attention he needs. I said, and that'll hurt him in the long run. I said, and he needs both of us to be there. I said, not just, me to be there all the time and you when you want to be.
And what was his reaction to that?
He was like, he doesn't know. He's a baby. He doesn't know.
Did he dispute that? Did he say, no, I'm paying as much attention as any father does, I'm doing my part? Did he
He said he was doing his part and that it wouldn't hurt Dylan.
Yeah, first he said, who's Dylan? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, I'm not really paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to see his other child and said, hey, I got to go. I got my first one to worry about.
Were you happy in your relationship with this guy before you called? Isn't that the part of the reason you called, that you weren't happy in your relationship? Was everything fine, and now all of a sudden I blew your relationship to shreds? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Now he won't even talk to me.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't fine, though.
No,
you just
it was
think
not fine.
Not at all.
Not even
close.
close.
It wasn't perfect like it used to be, but
it wasn't even, if it was perfect, then you would have never even called in the very beginning. But you called.
If it was perfect, I wouldn't have called.
If it was perfect, or even if it was doing okay, he wouldn't have taken the first opportunity at the first of time of your questioning of him and all of a sudden finding an excuse to pull the escape hatch and bail on you. That's what it sounds like he did to me. The first time that you got a little bit tough with him, the first time that you called him on the carpet, he immediately jumps out the escape hatch and pretty much bails on you. And you're going to tell me things were fine in your relationship?
Well, he had never bailed on me before, and we've gotten in fights before.
It's because you never looked cross-eyed at him before. You never said anything bad about him before.
If he loved you, you'd be working it out.
You never put up any resistance against him before. He was probably having a decent enough relationship with you that he felt he could screw other women, and you weren't ever questioning him, and you were the easiest woman to coexist with, and that was perfect, and now all of a sudden you're giving him a little static.
Yeah, because I never really...
You should feel proud of what you did.
Huh?
You should feel proud for what you did.
Yeah. Good. Okay, thank you.
All right, whatever.
2 weeks later, I'm not proud anymore.
See, man, you told me I was proud, and I was misled.
One of those women destined to get trampled on.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen, you don't sound
That's
like...
what my mom says.
Get a backbone, honey.
You don't sound like the strongest lady in the world, but that could be worked on. All right? Through massive therapy. On this program, we are going to, vertebrae by vertebrae, build up a backbone within you.
A backbone. I've never had one of those.
There you go.
You need one.
I've always been a doormat.
Okay.
I guess is how my mom says it.
Well, finally, you showed yourself to be, at least for that fleeting moment, the opposite of a doormat, and he got scared.
Good job.
Didn't that feel good?
I know.
I miss him.
I want to be a doormat.
Fuck on me.
It felt nice to stand up for myself.
Well,
for
good.
once.
There you go.
Keep it up.
Isn't there something to be said about that, honey?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to just settle for anything.
So easily convinced, Terry. Like a doormat would be.
Got to encourage the doormat to,
I actually see this, believe it or not, even though you may not right now, as progress, as I suggested from the beginning of this call. So I want you to continue to call us and give us updates, and we will help you along the way, every step of the way, until that backbone is sound and ready for action.
Find yourself a little place.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
You call me in a couple of more weeks when you're down and in the dumps again. Okay, and we'll build you back up and tell you that you've taken the first positive step, whether you've identified it or not over the past 3 weeks, then that you've taken pretty much, from what I can tell, in your whole life. And Dylan's going to be better off for it.
Thank you.
Either that or a crackhead. I can't figure out what it's going to be.
Sorry, who was Dylan again?
Yeah.
Telling me that I gave her bad advice.
Oh, she's...
I never give her bad advice!
That's right. You said get the milkshake at your restaurant. You were right. It's really good.
I know, the way the wind is blowing. A 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Having problems in your relationship? Need it solved? Call in now.
The T-Man.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah. Q93.
While President Bush is in Rome paying his respects to the fallen pontiff, is a scandalous new videotape of a first daughter about to rock the White House?
Ow!
Yes. According to the New York Post, the risque videotape of Jenna Bush doing some dirty dancing at a New York City nightclub is being shopped around. The alleged tape was shot last week at a bachelorette party at Nirvana, a club featuring a replica of Monica Lewinsky's infamous blue dress.
Jerry, have you heard about this? Have you heard this bit of news?
I have.
That Jenna Bush has been caught on tape at a club grinding up against some guy? Mm-hmm. It's a common tale, I'm sure. A lot of parents are familiar with it. You're out paying your respects to the Pope at his funeral, and your kids go wild.
Yeah.
David, I don't remember Chelsea Clinton rubbing her bunt up against guys when her father was president. Do you? Do you recall that?
No, she was younger than these girls are.
So that's the only reason she wasn't. That's what you're saying. This is typical behavior of a president's daughter, grinding her Jenna Bush up against guys.
No, she was younger, so she didn't have the opportunity to do things like this.
I'm asking, though, if this is the proper behavior from a first daughter, to be grinding up against guys, sticking her Jenna Bush up there, and which one is Jenna Bush? Is she the hot one, or is she the less pretty one, Terry?
I think she's the good-looking one.
Mm-hmm. Stephen, a comment, please.
Well, I think that she can go to a bachelorette party and have fun just like anybody else.
Grinding up against guys. There's nothing wrong with this behavior. There's nothing.
That's how the kids dance today.
The kids.
That's how the kids dance. Yeah.
I mean, I think that they're making a big scandal out of it. But,
right.
I mean,
this video, so it's not like anyone's making anything. You see what you see.
Well, nobody's actually seen the video.
Well, not sure you want to, Stephen, because the word is she's grinding up against a guy. Grinding.
Ooh,
like every woman does in every club in the city.
Well, you'd think the first daughter would be a little bit above every girl in every club at Cafe Arizona and places like
You'd think, but they're still in their early 20s,
Cafe Arizona, the door shut about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Did it really? So you're saying it's fine. This is the way you should expect them to behave.
Well,
I'm telling you what the video has from what everyone's saying. She's grinding up against a guy. That's fine. There's nothing out of the ordinary. There's no reason to make any big deal about it, is what you're saying. I'm just asking you. Take a side.
Well, I am kind of taking a side.
Kind of taking a side.
Magically, it's always the same side you're on. It's your side. Nothing to see here.
Well, I mean, I think that, before the video comes out, I think that they're making a big to-do about nothing because nobody's seen the video, not even these people that are reporting on it.
Is a scandalous new videotape of a first daughter about to rock the White House? Yes. According to the New York Post, the risque videotape of Jenna Bush doing some dirty dancing at a New York City nightclub is being shopped around. The alleged tape was shot last week at a bachelorette party at Nirvana.
Mm-hmm. Nirvana, that's a 90s club, right?
Yeah, it's that new 90s style club.
Yeah.
Catchy name.
So you have no comment until you see the videotape, is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, haven't I been making comments? I think that people can go to bachelorette parties and dance. I don't think it's that strange for people to do that. Anybody else, nobody cares about this.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want your wife dancing like that with someone.
No, but these girls aren't married.
Do you think the president is happy to hear that his daughter was grinding up against some little yokel at the bar in New York City, or what?
Probably not. I mean, what parent would be?
Huh? So it's no different than any other parent dealing with their daughters, what you're saying. This is not to be taken any higher than any parent. This is just a typical family.
Did I say that the president was a typical family? I don't recall saying
What
that.
are you saying? Tell me what you are saying, as opposed to you telling me what I'm not supposed to be telling you.
You keep putting words in my mouth.
I mean, you put your own words in your mouth. Say what you want to say.
I don't think it's unusual, and I will say it now for probably the 6th time, that girls can go to a bachelorette party and dance with guys. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's pretty funny.
So regardless,
but I guess I don't have an opinion.
But regardless, if you're
you have a typical opinion, the opinion we all expected. No surprises here.
Okay.
Sure, Michael Moore have it all on tape.
That's who's buying it up.
The one filming
Michael
it.
Moore.
If you ever doubted the power of the United States, though, how about people waiting online 15, 20 hours just to get a glimpse of the Pope? And here comes George Bush and family and former President Clinton stepping off the plane to get right in the front row of that funeral. Is that big time or what?
I know it is. Yeah,
People
absolutely.
grieving in Italy all through the week, waiting outside of the Vatican, and they step off the plane. They're sitting there right in the front row of the funeral. That's power, baby.
It is.
That's power.
You should see the seats for you too.
Awesome. I bet they had to pay top dollar to the
Right on the
scalper for
stage.
those seats at that funeral.
Yeah.
Probably.
Pope funeral tickets on eBay?
Yes. Well, you two, they're on the floor, but 15 rows back. But anyway,
Jenna's the blonde one.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
No, she's not the one I like as much then.
No, so Barbara.
No, I think she is the hot one.
I don't know. I get them confused. I
think
it
you
matters.
like the dark-haired one.
I like the dark-haired one. Which one is that?
That's Barbara, right?
Is there a Barbara?
Yeah, Barbara's the dark-haired one.
She just looks a little bit more like the grinding type.
Not Jenna.
Jenna's the one who may end up large.
Yeah, she's the heavier of the two.
Oh, so that's why she has to grind now?
Yeah, get the grinding in now
Get
because
the
no one's
action
going to be.
while she can.
Yeah.
Dad's away, a grinding I will go.
A club featuring a replica of Monica Lewinsky's infamous blue dress.
Well,
What?
no, that's a tourist attraction.
People are flocking there.
Right. If you can't get the authentic real dress, I'm not showing up. You're on the air. Good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. How can we help you? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I wanted to ask you something, T-Man. I have a situation. I'm in a relationship right now.
Okay, who is this? How do we refer to you? Do you want to use a real name, a fake name? What's your name?
My name's Adriana.
Adriana?
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 Yes.
Turn your radio down.
Yeah, sure. What she said.
Okay.
Go ahead, Adriana.
My husband's in the military, and, he's going out to, I don't know what your wife would do. That's what I wanted to ask you. What would your wife do if you went to the bar, going out with your buddies? It's all right to go out to the bar once in a while, during happy hour maybe, and come home around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Isn't that disrespectful to your wife?
Who's doing this? You're doing this?
Her,
or
my
My
husband.
husband's doing
He's
it.
going
He's in the military.
When is he being? Are you saying he's being sent away soon or no?
Well, he's going to be sent away in June.
He's preparing the final months of fun before he's sent away on some serious business. Pretty much. Is that pretty much the case or what?
Well, not really, because he's been home since that Lincoln got home.
Okay, so he's been away. He's now back, and he's going to be going away again soon.
Like in June, yeah.
And he's been going out to the bars.
Coming home late, that's my issue.
Now, if you said to him, hey, I'm just as able to go to bars as you, I would like to come with you not just one night, but all nights you go out. Is that something that you're invited to join in on?
Well, no, not really, because I'm only 20.
Okay, so you can't go to the bars.
Yeah, and he's 25.
And he's got
so-
your birthday circled on the calendar and dreading that day.
And says, hurry up.
When is your 21st birthday?
In November.
Do you think come November, okay, let's fast forward. Do you think come November you'll be invited on these go-out nights,
But he'll
2,
be
3 in the
gone.
morning? Well, he'll be back eventually, hopefully.
Well, I'm not interested
interested in the bar.
That's not your style. You're not a bar girl.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're a family girl. You like having a husband. I'm assuming you may have a kid or two somewhere stocked away, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And how many kids do you have?
I have one daughter.
You have one daughter with this guy or no?
Yes.
And how often would you say he goes out during the week? On a typical week, how many nights does he go out till 2, 3 in the morning?
Probably on his day off.
Oh, so one night a week? Or 2 nights?
Maybe, yeah, about 1 or 2 times a week.
All right, so is it that outrageous for a guy when he goes out? First of all, you're going to go out, you might as well stay out.
Right.
Yeah. If you're going to go out, you might as well enjoy the night. I mean, what's the point of coming home at 12? The kid's going to be sleeping in all likelihood.
I think you just answered her question, and she doesn't like it.
If he goes out one night a week, is that outrageous? That's my question.
Well, 12 is a reasonable time to come home if he has a family. I think he's disrespecting and he's not appreciating his family. That's the way I
don't think there's that big a difference if he's going out if he's going out every night and staying out till 2, 3 o'clock. That's something that certainly has to be addressed. But if he's going out one night a week, he's 24 years old. Mm-hmm. He goes out till 2, 3 in the morning. If you're out, you might as well stay out till 2, 3. No reason to get home at 12. There's not much to do but just sit there and watch TV.
Spend time with your wife.
Yeah. What time does he leave?
He spends time with his wife 6 days a week, Terry.
Plenty.
He goes to work. He's got plenty of her. As long as you're confident.
As long as I'm there for his convenience,
listen,
it's okay.
Listen. As long you're just not the going out type. You don't like to go out, so don't penalize him. Just because.
Well, it's not that I don't.
As long as you're confident he's not violating your relationship, if you have a problem with that. As long as you're confident he's not violating your relationship on that night he goes out.
I don't know if he's violating our relationship.
Well, you have a gut feeling. If your gut tells you that he is, then he is.
Rule number 7. Dang it.
Rule number 7 in the T-Man rules, of which there are 73 rules now that we're up to. Yes. Wow. And they're all being posted around town and being complained about all the time. Rule number 7, Terry reminds me, is if your gut tells you that your man is cheating on you, well, then he is. Because
okay, that gut feeling.
Yes.
Okay, well, this in the past he's cheated on me, but now it's just like.
So he has
like kind of skeptic, you know. You really
he has
don't
a
know.
history. There's a history of him cheating on you. Is that what you're telling us? How many times, how many instances of this history has he cheated on you?
Well, when I was pregnant, my whole time through my pregnancy.
If a man will cheat on his woman during her pregnancy, Terry,
you're toast, honey.
A cheater he will be pretty much the rest of his life.
I mean, if she's concerned about the disrespect, I think he already disrespected you while you were pregnant.
Yeah, she was too big to have sex with.
And why the heck are you not out already?
Oh,
well, it's not okay. Everyone says like, oh, you should have left him like a long time ago.
But you believe a man is deserving of a second chance. You believe he's changed his ways, and you have no reason to believe otherwise.
She doesn't believe that because she's calling now, and she's concerned about him going out and asking you, hey, he's out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Is that right?
I'm going to ask you one direct question. I want one direct answer after I ask this direct question. I've already asked it, but I haven't gotten a proper answer. Okay. Your gut either tells you, even given his history, and you believe that he can be reformed, your gut either tells you when he goes out on these nights, this one night a week, when he stays out till 2, 3, that he's doing bad things or he isn't. What is your gut telling you?
That he is.
That he is.
Wow.
Well, then that means that's strike 2.
Yes. How many
and
strikes?
a woman shouldn't be around for strike 3. This is not a baseball game. What?
It's like a court of law. You know, you have to prove it to be...
No.
Oh, my God, he proved it while you were pregnant.
Well, okay, that was past tense, okay? You know how Michael Jackson is being accused of sexual
molestation,
whatever, and then
yes.
he's still... People are still accusing him?
So you got to walk in on him to make it strike 2 is what you're saying. You'll have to walk in on the act of him cheating on you for you to believe it happened a second time. Is that what you're saying? And anything short of that makes you feel like...
I don't want to just quit our relationship on just wandering, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm thinking, well, what if I play his game? You know, what if I play his game and be like, okay, I'm going to go out with a couple of buddies of mine, which that I have our guy friends because
women make that threat all the time. Guys never buy it because they know what kind of woman they're with. You're not the kind of woman that goes out. You're going to try to force it. You're going to look pathetic out there. You're going to, like, dread the time that you're out. You're going to hate every minute of it. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be back where he was before. He's not worried about your threat. He knows who you are. You're the non-going-out type. Don't even bother with that stupid threat.
The past couple, the couple days ago, this was like on Thursday, I believe, and I told him, hey, that's it. I'm not putting up with this bullshit.
Don't even give him the "that's it" anymore either. What happened?
I was dead serious. I was
say
going to
something bad?
bail out, dude. I was going to bail out.
You were going to bail out, but you said you were going to bail out, but you really weren't. Until you bail out, you're not going to bail out. Now, I'm not saying that necessarily you should bail out, but I'm telling you this. If your gut, especially given the track record, is telling you that, again, he is cheating on you, it's more than just a feeling. It is something you should take very seriously. Your gut is usually right in an unbelievable percentage of the time, Terry.
Yeah, my gut says don't take your shirt off in public. Always right.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that, I guess you need proof like what? He's fathered another child and what?
Everyone needs video these days. Listen.
No.
But even
if you don't want to take it from us, a lot of people are starting to call in on some of the their phone lines suggesting that, they want to make some comments. Do you want to take those calls or no?
Sure.
Okay. You're on the air. She sounds like a very sweet lady, Terry.
Yeah, she does.
Sounds like she. And why should we feel like this isn't just a woman you want to root for, Terry?
Well, I do, and I think that's why I get so adamant about her, because I think she's being taken advantage of, and her being so naive about the situation, and he sees that, and she's another doormat girl.
You're on the air with this doormat girl. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes.
I just wanted to say, I used to work at a bar in Lakewood where all of the Army guys used to go, and first thing this girl did wrong was marry a guy in the military. Because they all cheat. Every single one of them. It doesn't matter if they're 20, it doesn't matter if they're 30, it doesn't matter if they're 60. They all come in, they all cheat.
Hey, doormat girl, do you want to defend your husband and his profession, or do you want to pretty much accept that as true?
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. That's difficult to just be like, oh, okay, are you sure? Because, I don't know that for sure.
Well, we're talking about playing the percentages here, more or less, and she's saying just the fact that he's a military guy increases the percentage that he's a cheating bastard, even though he's fighting for our country and doing a stellar and yeoman effort in doing that. Right. That doesn't eliminate the bad aspect of his personality, which is the cheating bastard little side of his personality.
Have you heard that saying that you stuck your hand in the fire and you got burned?
Okay, well, why are you bringing that up? I don't know if I heard it exactly phrased like that.
Your head or your hand?
You got shot in the foot with a gun and it hurt?
If you think he's cheating on you, why you even stick around to let him do it again?
And he did it while
he's already done it.
He did
I have a daughter to think about.
And so I have two kids. And I left my husband because he cheated on me.
You say you have a daughter to think about. Do you think your daughter will be better off being in the company of a dad who always is wronging her mom and is cheating on her, and because of that shows very little respect for that mom? Is that the kind of environment you think your daughter needs to be brought up in?
He's a good dad.
Would he be a good dad if he's cheating on the mother of this child?
And he can be a good dad that sees his kid every other weekend.
And oh man, is it? But that leaving is such a.
It's a big step.
It is, but the thing is that as a woman, do you want your daughter to go through the same thing you do? I mean, is that what you're going to teach her? Is that it's okay to...
But yet, all we're really talking about here is a guy that likes to go out with his buddies one night a week.
Right, we don't know he's cheating now.
We don't know that he's cheating. She could be the paranoid...
I don't know if he's cheating, but I think he should be home in a respectable
No, I disagree with that. I think one night a week is not out of bounds as far as a 24-year-old that has, yes, he's in a family-style kind of lifestyle.
If your wife came home at that time, and she had a history...
Well, I would chop off her feet, of course, but still.
What time is he leaving at night? I mean, I think that's a little ridiculous. You said he left at happy hour, and I know...
He lives from 6 p.m. till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh, that's
ridiculous.
What
Tell
could you
me,
be doing?
That's not crazy. It's one night a week. What's wrong with these 24?
If it's on a night of the week that he's not working, he should be with the family.
Tell me about the time a number of years ago that you caught him cheating. What kind of evidence, or how did it come about that you discovered he was cheating?
This is what happened. He was in boot camp. And
he was in boot camp? Did he win from Dr. Tony? I've
had man boobs all my life. I remember his boobard. It was great.
Okay, so he's in boot camp, and what happened?
He's in boot camp,
and you're pregnant.
And when you're in boot camp, you're only allowed like a certain phone calls a month.
Where was boot camp?
Probably San Diego.
In Chicago.
In Chicago. He's in boot camp
Okay.
in Chicago.
Yeah, and I was in Roswell, New Mexico, and I was at school.
And you're studying UFOs and extraterrestrial activities, and what happens?
And I was picking up my stuff from school because I was leaving and I was moving. I was in trade school, and I moved, and well, I was there at school, and people were telling me, like, are you still with Fernando, you know? Are you still with him? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still with him, you know? And they tell me about it. And they're like, well, I can't believe you're still with him after he's cheated on you. I'm like, cheated on me? He didn't cheat on me.
Right.
And, you know, it's unbelievable. And the girl that cheated on him with, that I found out,
Right.
she showed up out of the blue one day, and she already finished school. And I went to ask her, and I said, hey, you know what I'm fixing to ask you, right? And
Right.
she says...
And she pretty much came clean with all the information.
Yeah, she said
Was
yes.
she hot?
And I go, how do you know you're lying? He has a birthmark on his left cheek
Oh,
or
geez.
whatever.
Wow, gave you graphic
man,
details
that's
of
why-
his body.
That's why I had mine removed, Terry.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Was she hotter than you or no?
Well, she did drugs, so I think I was better than her.
She did drugs. Now, is there any part of you, because you had this long distance thing, is there any part of you that can justify, okay, I can understand that he had some kind of sexual thing going because he wasn't having sex with me, he wasn't in a proximity where he could have sex with me. Is there any part of you that forgives him for doing what he did, given the circumstances that it was all revolving around?
I did forgive him, honestly.
Because one can make a little justification for this man's activity, Terry. He just had some sex because he needed to have some sex. She wasn't
Why did he
around.
have sex with me?
Because you weren't around. Were you around? Were you able to be, was he able to come?
I was convenient.
I thought you were in New Mexico and he was in Chicago.
Oh, no, he cheated on me while I was there.
While you were where?
Well,
in
they were in the
Chicago?
same
They were
place.
sleeping in my car.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
All right, then I guess there's no justification then.
There isn't.
Oh, but you were in the car. How do you expect it?
Why weren't you in the car?
He needed it real bad.
My car.
In her car. Oh, my God.
Okay, I thought this happened.
I'm in pain for her.
So they were in the same state at the time.
Yes.
then.
And
The state of shock.
State of confusion.
oh, my goodness.
And see, that's where it hurts me and it bothers me that he goes out till 3. I mean, I know if I would have did that, gone out, and I'm thinking about doing it
All right,
and playing his game, because I'm a painter,
Right.
and I'm on my way to work right now, and,
Sounds good.
and I was
Yeah.
thinking about going out with
some girlfriends, and you're gonna act
No,
pathetic and feel dumb. Anyhow,
some guy friends, and then
here's-
she's going to cheat on
Well,
him.
here's what some women have done that I've heard about that may actually lead you to the conclusion as to whether he's cheating or not when he goes out on these one night a week wild excursions. All right,
Wild excursions.
Okay.
when he gets home at 3 in the morning, be waiting for him in your bed and smell his penis.
Oh, no.
Yes, Jerry, I know a lot of women that have. You've done that?
She's already done that before.
You what?
I think that's just too low. You know.
Well, hey, it's not any lower than being all filled and consumed with thoughts about whether he's cheating. At least then you'll have a truer understanding of the situation.
What am I smelling for? A rubber condom? I mean, what am I smelling for?
I doubt he's using a condom.
Oh, you're even doubting that?
Wow.
Yes, I'm absolutely doubting the condom, and I guarantee you her daughter has a half-sister brother somewhere.
Latex. Oh, that's nice, Terry. You're always out of bounds now. Latex has a smell, and certainly everyone knows a nice, hefty serving of tuna salad has an aroma, Terry. So these are the things you should be looking for, and you can certainly identify the smells, the sense of sex.
Ah, sniffy, sniff, sniff.
The sense, and I'm not talking about common sense here. I'm talking about the smells, the aromas of sex.
I don't think so. I don't know what to smell for.
Well, let me ask you this: when you ask him to take a whiff, does he put up any resistance just on the thought of you going down to that area and smelling the jock?
What?
Does he put up any kind of fight? Does he make it available for you to immediately smell upon request?
Oh, I never really asked.
Well, you ask. You ask.
I have a quick question, though, with that. Now,
Yeah.
if he's, smart enough or whatever, is there a
He'll go
possibility...
to the Nordstrom makeup counter
No.
and put on a couple of squirts.
No,
or whatever
let's say before he
at
leaves.
3 in the morning.
Let's say he leaves some girls. Who says he's in the bar the whole time at 3, by the way? Maybe he's at his other woman's house.
It's at her wife's house.
Or some girl's house and takes a shower there.
Mm-hmm.
Should she also be aware that, too clean of a smell is a sign?
Well, if he's not with his guard up, Terry, if he's coming home at 3 in the morning and just expecting to find his wife sleeping, he may not be in the mindset to shower and scrub. She's got to catch him off guard.
Right.
It's a very seedy move. It's a very, it's pretty much identifying already that the relationship is over. But it'll give her a little bit of a peace of mind. What's that now?
He knows that I'm waiting for
He
him.
knows that you're waiting for him.
Hell yeah, I'm like sitting on a futon on the floor.
Now, let me say this. The fact that the one night a week that he chooses to go out is his only day off, that does not bode well. If it was one night a week where he gets together with his buddies after work and he winds up going out and he winds up staying out till 2, 3 in the morning, that's a little bit more justifiable than him choosing the one night a week that he's off from work. He doesn't have to think about work or his work buddies or any other buddies that he should spend with the family.
With his buddies from work.
That's what I'm saying. The one night a week that he goes out is the day off that he has. That does not bode well as far as it pertains to your relationship.
I don't think he should be gone.
You can't say that word, but I can understand.
That to him a couple times on his way home. Huh?
Right. We had to dump you saying the F word. But we understand where you're coming from. And you're a 20-year-old that is in a situation now that is a little bit unfortunate, no matter what it turns out to be. The fact that you're consumed with all these thoughts is not the kind of stress you need in your life as you're raising a child.
And I agree.
Man. All right, so tell us the results of the smell test. Call us back next week and tell us what new information has been uncovered.
All right.
Until then, it's hard for us to say to you directly, but the reality is things don't seem like they're going very well in your relationship.
Trouble in River City.
She's going to be a real wiener connoisseur in a few years. What kind of a hickory flavor with a hint of cheese, maybe?
Well, parsley, sage.
Where do you see yourself in a year? What's her name again? What did she call herself?
Lady?
Adriana.
Where do you see yourself in a year, truthfully?
In a year?
Yes.
Probably still working at my same job.
Okay. Do you see yourself with this guy or no? Look deep within your heart of hearts. People's intuition, they don't give themselves enough credit for it. She says her gut tells her he's cheating on her. Mm-hmm. That's all she needs to know, really, Terry. It's only a matter of time before she finds the hard evidence. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
I want to know now her intuition on where she sees herself with the year, with this guy or not with this guy. Are you going to be with this guy and be a doormat? Are you going to be with this guy and everything's going to be hunky-dory? Or are you going to be separated from this man?
I think that with everything that we've been through, I think that I would stay with him.
Are you going to stay with him and still...
Unless I see some, like...
But are you going to stay with him and still be in this endless cycle of suspicion and doubt and stress? Or are you going to be on a better path?
Hopefully he's smart enough to realize how I'm feeling, because when someone cares about you, obviously they're going to care how you feel.
So you want him to know that you're on the verge of cheating on him in an effort to get even. Is that basically what you...
I wouldn't do that.
Well, you kind of alluded to that earlier on. Is that something he should be aware of?
Go out and have a good time. Time to take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
Time to have fun for me. Because he takes care of me fine. It's just,
It's not all about having fun, though.
I want some fun, too,
Adriana, I appreciate your call. I want you to stay in touch and give us an update very soon.
Alrighty.
Okay? You enjoy...
See y'all later. You have a nice day.
You enjoy your painting day.
Yep.
You want an update after the sniff test, right?
Paint us something mean. Because that's the way you're feeling. And that'll help her with her stress, Terry.
Okay.
If she paints something nasty.
Thanks for letting me vent my problems.
Yes. Like if she paints the thought of some faceless woman that is the subject of her husband and is cheating, if she paints her vagina like in a vice or something.
Wow.
It'd be a real stress-relieving moment, Terry.
I guess so.
But until then, smell the penis.
Make sure you put it in the glass and circle it around. Let it air out a little bit. You really get the full aroma.
Now, does a man who's, cheated and comes home to the wife and she does the little smell test, is he willing to also engage in sex?
Sometimes, Terry. I just know that if he puts up some resistance, it will be very, very revealing as to the level of his guilt.
Okay. But if he, says, okay, honey,
you may not even have to get to the smell to find out all the information you need.
All right.
But I'll tell you this. Once you're smelling the penis, you can pretty much consider your relationship over.
The T-Man.
Q93.
The 93-minute old school lunch with Show.
Our state is breaking records, but not the good kind.
Oh,
Gas
geez.
prices have hit a record high. Pump shock hits you at every corner.
Pump shock, Terry. Have you ever had pump shock in your life?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw this big girl wearing a pair of pumps one time at the club. It shocked the hell out of me. Too small for her feet.
Yeah.
I had a different kind of pump shock.
I'm sure it didn't involve gas stations, did it, Terry?
5 kids.
Pump shock hits you at every corner. The average in our state, $2.32 a gallon.
5 kids?
That's unbelievable. 5 kids.
As you can see, many places are well above average.
Yeah, a lot of places are above the average of $2.30 some odd cents a gallon.
That's just what, for the regular?
It's $50 minimum to fill your tank.
You think?
That's just the way it is. It's the way it is.
I hate going.
So I get home on Friday and don't leave till Monday.
No, stay in your house.
That's what you get. Leave me alone. Don't ask me to do anything.
Hot Shot's been driving down 520 in neutral.
Yeah, I coast down every hill.
It bums me out. I have to go all the way home, pick up the kids, go all the way back to Seattle. I'm like, oh, dang.
Oh, it is. Well,
expensive day.
I don't know. I thought we were winning the war in Iraq. Weren't we supposed to steal the oil, Terry?
Yes.
Why we were there?
What the hell?
I know.
Bush's friends get rich. That's what it's all about.
Okay.
One of his
Finally on
friends
our
actually
side,
stole-
huh, Stephen?
You're on the air. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
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 I have a question for you.
All right. How are you? Who's this?
What do you mean, who's this?
Well, can I have a name or some way to refer to you?
Oh, this is Jessica.
Jessica, the questions get hard as we go along. If you have trouble, with who's this,
Yeah.
how are you going to handle what are you wearing?
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, Jessica, what's on your mind, love?
Well, I have a question about a relationship that I'm in. I just wanted your opinion about it.
What are you wearing?
But I don't want to sit. But I don't want to sit up on the phone and talk bad about him.
All right.
Okay, but I'm not going to choose sides. I'm just.
You're
gonna tell you
tired of
what's going
hearing all these women come to the phone lines and whine about their relationship and whine about their boyfriends and put their boyfriends in a bad light. You want to keep it all on a happy level.
on. Right, I'm going to try to.
Okay.
She's going to give it her best
Why do I
effort.
get the feeling she's going to fail?
Next thing you know.
All right, what's the problem?
Okay, I met this guy, right?
Uh-huh.
He's 10 years older than me, but when I met him, he was single, okay? And then come to find out, maybe about 2 months into the relationship, some girl had caught us at a park, and I didn't know who she was, but she was tripping out, yelling, screaming, trying to hit him.
So you got confronted at a park by some enraged woman,
Right.
and you got the sense maybe he's not as single as he told me.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out to be his baby's mama.
Uh-huh.
And she was telling me that...
Were you aware that he had kids when you're doing things at a park with him? Like a couple of...
We were at the waterfront. We weren't doing anything at the park.
All right, well, you're at the park and you're sitting next to each other in a cozy fashion that got this woman at least incited enough, right?
We were sitting across the a picnic table from each other. So
Oh.
we weren't doing anything.
You little
To make her
slut.
think that we were nothing other than friends.
Okay, so
Did you know he had kids?
Right.
That was.
But I knew
Did you know he had kids?
I knew he had kids.
You knew he had kids,
Right.
so with kids comes a baby's mama.
Right.
Okay.
That's the worst part about kids.
Wow.
But she's sitting there telling me that she's still sleeping with him, that he lives with her, and all of this kind of stuff. But see,
And what was he doing when she was telling you all this? Was he just there looking all dumb or what?
Yeah, that's
well, no, he got in his car. He got in his car and he's like, "Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. Leave her alone. Let's just go."
But you stayed to listen to what else she had to say.
Right.
And he walked away.
Right. He drove away. But
He
then-
drove away?
Left you there with
Left
her.
you there with an enraged?
Oh, the Camaro peeled out that time.
But then he came
T-top
back.
out.
He came back, though. He came back, and he's like, "Jessica, let's go. Let's go." And he tried to get me to get in the car with him and go, but I wouldn't go.
Uh-huh. All right, so you're listening to what she has to say, and she says she's still screwing him, and she's
Right.
still
That they're
involved with
living
him,
together.
and
Right.
they're still living together, and you want to know whether to believe this or not?
Well, no, because this is back when because we've been together for over a year now.
Okay, let's flash forward 10 years.
But we would be together all night. I mean, until like 6, 7 in the morning.
All right.
We'd be together all night. So really, if he was living with her, you know,
How many nights a week were you together all night?
What were we doing?
How many nights a week were you together all night?
Pretty much every night of the week.
I know what you were doing. I have no idea. You were pretty much together every night?
Yeah, when we first met, we were inseparable when we first met.
All right. So during the time she claimed she was living with him, you were with him almost every night.
Right. Right.
All right, well, then that tells you a lot.
But then check this out, though. She ended up writing him a letter saying, now I know that you're in love with her, and now I know why you never do anything with me.
All right, so what's your question?
My question is, can a guy live with his baby's mama and still not sleep with her?
No.
No?
I'm sure you were looking for a long and elaborate answer, but the answer is no.
But what if,
If he's living with his baby's mama, okay?
She really doesn't want to believe you because she's going to give you another scenario.
I'm not saying it happens all the time, but if he's living with his baby's mama and it's happening, it's not just like visiting, he's living in the same house day after day, month after month, maybe even year after year, they're having sex at some point.
Okay, but can I tell you something, though?
Maybe not as much as he's having sex with you, but they're having sex. If that's the question you want answered, I just answered it for you. The answer is they're having sex.
But check this out, though. She works...
She wants to now fight me on it.
I know.
She asked me a question.
Right.
She made it seem like the answer would be something she'd accept, and now she wants to fight me on it.
Because she wants to justify everything.
You want to fight me on it. You want to believe he's not having sex with her. I'm telling you he is.
Okay, I had to light a cigarette.
Well, you know what, so do I.
Hold on.
We all need a cigarette. Everyone in the audience right now is lighting a cigarette. So what do you want to say now? You want to dispute me that he's not having sex with her?
No. But she works a full-time job, right?
Right.
She goes from 8 to 5.
Right.
She's home for a couple hours, but then she has to wake up at 3 in the morning because she's got another job.
Right.
But see, all the time she's at work, he's with me, and then he's only home for maybe about 2 hours to take care of his kids, cook them dinner and stuff, and then he comes right back to me until he has to go back to watch his kids.
Do they both get their mail in the same mailbox? They're having sex.
Oh, man.
They're finding time.
Yeah.
And I just asked you if you're going to dispute me, if you're going to fight me on the notion that I told you they're having sex. You said no, and then you went on to do just that.
So guys can have sex with 2 girls?
Only on a slow week.
2 girls and still function? Like he can come over and have sex with me and then go home and have sex with her?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
It's amazing.
And with amazing accuracy.
So is he the father of your child, too, then?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Listen.
He's not. And check this out.
We're checking a lot out from you right now.
He always accuses me of trying to get pregnant by him, right? But see, I'm not like that, right? I don't go around having kids with people, right?
Right.
So
just one.
So what I did was I went and I got that Depo shot. You know, that keeps you for 3 months.
Sure, I've heard of it, yes.
Well, guess what it does?
What does it do?
It makes you gain water weight like you wouldn't believe.
So you're getting a little plumpy.
I'm not getting plumpy.
Oh, geez.
No,
just
because I still look good because people still stop and say.
Easy. No one doubted it. Take a breath.
But see.
But he's making comments about you getting a little chubby.
Yeah. But see, he's making it so I have to. He wants my hair done every single day. My hair has to be done. I can't just put it up.
Well, I think I didn't know that your hair wasn't done when you called this program. If it's not, you better get it done right now.
Wow.
I demand every caller that calls this program has their hair done, Terry.
Especially before you're on the cover of Plumbers.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, listen.
You subscribe too, Stephen?
Listen to me. You still there? Oh, she hung up.
She didn't like
Her
the
fat chin got in the way.
She didn't like hearing the reality. There's no reason he has to live with her, this woman, this baby's mom, Terry.
Right.
If he's not with some kind of strong or not so strong, some kind of feelings for this woman. And not to mention the fact they're having sex. Guaranteed.
Yep.
Not 98% sure. Not 99% sure.
99.5?
Not 99.5. The greatest hits of the 70s, 80s, 90s today. 100% guaranteed. If he's living with this woman, they are having sex. Maybe not every night. Maybe not every week. But they are having sex. That is a guarantee.
You can't help but have sex.
Is that T-Man rule number 74
And
now?
believe it or not, he could be having sex with her and having sex with you, too.
Whoa!
In the same day?
Wow.
Yes,
Is that possible?
I'm not saying they're having sex in the same day, Terry, but yes, it's possible to have sex with 2 women in the same day. I know this woman was blown away by that prospect.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
Swagger.
You know, all these women that have called in this morning, they have severe emotional problems.
Wow. You can relate then, huh?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Swagger.
Well, I got some great news.
Unfortunately, Schwager, you wouldn't be able to understand their plight. They didn't ask for this kind of difficulty. They didn't ask for this kind of relationship. They weren't doing anything necessarily to bring on this kind of relationship, and yet they find themselves in this kind of relationship. And what do? You belittle them by calling them emotionally unstable? That is not accurate. I feel for these women. That's why I help these women, Matthew. Well, you better hope and pray to your lucky stars that you don't become one of these women.
Pregnant at a young age.
Now, what do you need?
Well, before I say what I was going to say, the two callers before me, and well, the two callers, the doormat ones.
Yes,
they have severe emotional problems. That lady just can't, see what's going on. The last one that just called in. Well, anyways, what I was going to say.
Yeah, anyway, that's the best thing so far.
Yeah, Schwager.
You know that website I'm advertising for?
Yeah, Schwager.
They're going to be paying me in the next few days.
Wow, Schwager. What are they paying you? How much?
About $300.
Huh?
Whoa, that's pretty good.
It's $300 you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
That's true.
And that's going to pay off my cap and gown, my class ring, and all the other fun stuff.
So for the one hit they got, that's worth $300?
Whoa.
What about our cut, Schwager?
Oh, your cut. Yeah, your cut.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. If you can get,
will be in the mail 3 years from Friday.
Yeah, right. You sound very filled with gratitude that through this program, even though you're a hack caller, you're getting paid by some website that you allow to advertise on your site. That's terrific.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you would identify that at least we're deserving of a thank you for having this $300 come to you when it wouldn't have ordinarily.
Well, T-Man, if it wasn't for the show itself, they would not come to me. They would not ask me to advertise their website. And so, frankly, if it wasn't for the show, I would have no $300. I would have no day for 2 homecomings and, all that other stuff that you guys have helped me with.
I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah, say
so
thank
you're right.
you.
There's no need for thank you.
Yeah.
Are you, in a sense, saying thank you by acknowledging all that?
Well, if there's more I have to do to say thank you.
All I'm asking for is a mere thank you.
Thank you, T-Man.
No, don't mention it.
Well, you got to pry it out of him, though.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Now I have to work so hard.
Ungrateful.
We got a lot of the one common thread amongst all dysfunctional family members. Mm-hmm. When they start having little happy tidbit of a kind of moment situational things happening, they're the last to thank.
Yeah.
Look, if it wasn't for you, if it was not for the show, I would not have had this fortune. I am thanking you for the fortune.
Okay.
And,
you should know to thank us before.
Okay, whatever, dude. Thanks a lot for the call.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. There he goes.
Jeez.
Schwager.
Yeah.
Rich, Terry.
It's a fortune. Man.
Fractures Friday. Continue with the calls. You're on the air.
Fractures.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, dude?
What do you mean, what's up, dude?
Well, you called the program. I'm assuming there's something you want to talk about, hence the question, what's up, dude?
Yeah. 2 things. First of all, I wanted to forget the first reason I called and change it to Schwager the dickhead.
Mm-hmm. Number 2?
What does it take to get some boobs? My wife's going to kill me, and I'm poor.
Well, sir, I'm sure somewhere down the line, T-Man will be hosting another installment of T-Man's Boob Camp in the future.
Nothing written in stone, though?
No permanent or set date yet for any upcoming boob camps.
I guess we just have to finish that.
But I've only done like 4 or 5 in the past. I don't know where your wife was, sir.
Just a few.
Did you just move to town or something?
She's a dickhead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you this. Steven got boobs by not eating well and not exercising. Maybe your wife can do the same.
I guess I'll try that.
There you go.
It's a lot cheaper.
It's the Stephen Kilbreth quick big boob plan.
Should see my boob art.
Oh, boy.
Man. Eat horribly. Refrain from all exercise.
Right.
And they'll be there before you know it.
The T-Man.
Get Winnie the Pooh to the microphone. Sit in front of that microphone. I heard things about last night that made me upset. Terry, Winnie the Pooh has been called urgently to the microphone.
Yes.
We started talking a couple of days ago about this big stroke of entertainment.
Big stroke!
Easy. Let me finish the thought, please.
Wow.
I know I might have tapped into your activities upstairs, but please let me finish the thought.
Oh, man.
It was a big stroke of entertainment luck, Terry, is what I was about to say. Winnie the Pooh was asked to be the opening act for a Latino comedy show that was going to the Moore Theater. It was last night.
Yes.
We started talking about it on Tuesday when I first became aware of this particular show because they had asked Winnie the Pooh to do that particular duty.
Yes.
I got excited for Winnie the Pooh, Terry. I started telling Winnie the Pooh this is a nice moment for him. He should work on some material. We started going over some material on the air.
Right.
He showed us pretty clearly he had no talent for this, but still...
Gonna give
Everybody knows a few
college.
jokes. Come on.
But still, it was an exciting time, and he promised me he'd give it his best effort. Well, lo and behold... what I didn't know is they were on the verge of canceling that Latino comedy show because ticket sales were so bad. But because we started talking about it on Tuesday, in the last 2 days, they sold 1,400 tickets.
Wow.
And the place holds 2,000 people, and it was a sellout.
Yay.
Oh, good job.
Good job, Vinny.
So what thanks do we get for doing that? They don't even let Winnie the Pooh go up there by himself.
Ooh.
They took one look at the Pooh. They realized that he was some hack opening act. And they had some dude from a Latino radio station here in town go up on stage with him to help him out. When they told you that they're going to send this dude up there with you, did you try to fight him? Did you tell him, hey, no, I'm prepared to do this by myself?
I actually did tell him that I thought I was going to go by myself, and I was really adamant in letting them know that. I was like...
Why do I doubt that?
Okay.
No, I told him, I was like, I'm going on there with somebody. I thought I was doing this by myself, because,
And they said?
It's like, well, it's an all-Spanish show, so... We're going to have to, incorporate
an all-Spanish show that wouldn't even have come off if we didn't even talk about it.
Right.
So
because the word was they were on the verge of canceling it from what I was told after the show that we talked about the other day. And I got a ton of emails asking me about. I'm not surprised that they sold 1,400 tickets in the last 2 days because when we started talking about it, I got all these emails asking about where they could buy tickets. So it wasn't for us. The show did not even happen.
I'm a crap.
Someone said a cross in there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they tell the Pooh.
It wasn't wasted.
Okay.
This show continues to be about what thanks do we get? You got these dysfunctional family members who have basically nothing collectively, Terry.
I know.
You put all their possessions together, it adds up to nothing. Schwager gets a $300 cash award, cash little offering from some hack website out there because he has their little ad on his stupid website that I don't think anyone goes to.
Right.
But they must think somebody goes there. And the people who have the least are the last to thank us, Terry.
True.
So they tell Winnie the Pooh when he gets there that he can't even go up on stage by himself. And I don't get the sense that you fought them real hard.
I didn't fight
you
him
gotta
hard.
fight him.
I stepped up and said something about it, but I'm not going to...
Well, kind of in a timid way, I'm sure.
Where's my check? Fine. The less work, the better.
So then Vinny goes up on stage, the Pooh goes up on stage, and he basically says nothing. Here's the audio.
1, 2.
That's great.
Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo está mi gente latina? Eso, lo que los saluda su amigo el rumbo de siempre, Super Mario Rodríguez de Radio Son 1360. ¿Qué tal, Radio Son?
You're very, very good at your Spanish.
I did practice a little bit before I went on stage.
You're obviously stealing the show already. Just standing up next to this guy looking like an idiot, is that pretty much the deal?
Complete opposite looking dude, too. Like,
So you're actually standing there while he's talking?
Standing right next to the man.
Not saying a damn thing.
Not a thing.
After he was all getting up all week about his big break.
I say hello like once, and...
Yeah, this goes on, and...
I want the number 3
Yeah.
hot sauce.
Let's fast forward to where Vinny actually says something, all right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that I understood, Terry.
Yeah.
Cube 93! That's how I want everyone to start saying the station.
Okay.
I want you to
93.
hold that last note for as long as you can.
Listen to that roar, though.
You guys Estamos listos, damas y caballeros. Que se escuche muy fuerte, porque ya ellos están listos para presentar todo esto.
And as it turns out, that's Vinny's entire appearance.
That's it.
That's his opening act.
Just push the half gringo aside. Get out of here. We don't like your kind.
That guy was probably making fun of him, too, by the way.
I know.
Probably.
How you guys doing today?
What we discussed as Vinny the Pooh's big break, his opening act, his whole introduction solo style, turns out to be him being James of Bartles and James there.
That's unfortunate. That's
Maybe they listened and they realized he had nothing because he said he had no jokes. So they.
That's something I also considered, Vinny the Pooh. I get a sense there's a possibility they took a look at you and said, okay, we can't send this guy up by himself.
I'm probably thinking so. Because before the show, we went upstairs and met all the comedians and whatnot, and I think they did kind of get a feel for it. Because I looked completely out of place.
Well, you got to stop giving that feel.
Yeah.
You got to start walking around with a little bit of confidence. You got to start walking around like, I'm going to not just do the opening act, but I'm going to steal the damn show.
You own the joint.
I own the joint.
Well, next time they come to town,
You're Vinny the Pooh, man.
Yeah.
You're Vinny the Pooh! The Pooh is Pooh! And this dude from, I didn't even know we had a Latino station in town.
I actually didn't either.
I've seen the van and stuff. I've, seen their car.
van.
Well, no, they do. They have a car,
And
a
Vinny's
promo
up
van.
there winding up looking like an idiot, and this guy's just ramming. This is That's what this night turns out to be when I was all excited for you?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Was the show good?
Show was hilarious.
Oh, jeez.
It was.
Were there any hot Latino little mamacitas there, or
They
what?
were everywhere.
Señorita mamacita patapati.
Everywhere, he said.
Ooh.
Take any home?
I knew what you were
Did
saying.
you take any home?
I actually
Yeah, at least tell me you took 6 or 7 home, make the night salvageable or something.
I wish. No, I didn't.
No?
No.
Did you meet a few, though? I mean, did you
I met a few.
actually say, hey?
I did meet a few.
But you're sure you understood my question? There were some really hot Latino ladies there?
Yes.
I thought I heard some, like, right nearby the microphone here.
Oh, yeah. Like, she was telling me there was one that was talking about me, and then after I was done, I came and sat right behind her, and she was tripping out.
Oh, she was tripping. She
was. That's what she was
couldn't
saying.
believe she was sitting one row from the greatness that is Vinny the Pooh.
Boy, the way you said how you doing was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, man, the magic that you put up on stage. I can't believe I'm sitting so close to you. Maybe some of that personality will rub off on me.
How you doing today?
I know. Today.
How you doing today?
It was still light outside.
So what does that mean? You can't be funny when it's light outside? You can't bring out your personality when it's
There was
light
no
outside?
time. Like, they went on at 8:15, and we went out there like 8:14.
Well, I'm glad we do the show in complete darkness, Terry, or else we wouldn't be able to bring out any kind of personality because it's too light. Vinny, I just want to make sure you're aware that not often does a situation present itself that is certainly an opportunity for your career. This was an opportunity for your career. I know you're very young, but I want you to be aware that opportunities don't come across every day.
Come across.
There'll be other opportunities, but I want to make sure you aren't losing out to beat a beginner guy next time that an opportunity comes across here.
All right, I appreciate it. And
Come across.
next time a situation like this.
You tell him, hey, I was signed up as the guy who introduces and does some opening little jokes here as the opening act.
Yep.
You sit your Latino ass down.
Just take the mic and walk on out there like you own it.
Yeah, they had 2 mics, though, so he'd have followed me.
When the Polish Comic Festival comes to town, you need to get up there.
I'm on it.
You tell the sausage to sit down.
How many of you does it take to screw an eyeball?
Rodgers.
Not a good opening line, I don't think.
All right, Vinny?
Oh, my God.
Man.
Right? See?
He just had me say yes a bunch of times.
But in this guy's defense, he's doing a good job. He's getting the crowd. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I'm not knocking this guy. This guy did fine. If this guy was a friend of ours, I'd say, way to go.
But he didn't.
I don't know this guy. I only know Vinny the Pooh.
He really didn't give Vinny the Pooh the real opportunity.
He turned Vinny the Pooh into a hand puppet, Terry.
Yeah, he did.
Is that what you are?
Absolutely not.
Okay, now go to the front desk and answer the phone.
The T-Man.
93.
The 93-minute old school lunch wish.
Hear me, baby, baby. This is for you, baby.
You're on the air. Good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Hi,
Hi, T-Man.
Hi, who's this?
This is Kate. Excuse me, Marie. How are you?
How you doing, Kate Marie? What can we do for you today?
Well, I wanted to ask you, why do you think I was having problems dating?
You having problems dating?
A little bit.
All right, let's break it down. What do you do on dates? First of all, what are your plans this weekend?
This weekend. Work. Besides that, not really studying.
What do you do for work?
I'm a waitress.
You're a waitress? Where? What kind of establishment do you wait tables at?
Marie Callender's.
Oh, those still exist?
Great pie.
I know. Oh, I love their muffins.
Because they took it out of the Bell Square Mall. I know that.
Did they?
Yeah.
It had been there for a long time.
What was that?
It had been there for a long time.
Well, it's been gone for a couple of years at least, Terry.
Now
Really?
it's P.F. Chang's, is that right?
Now it's Red Robin.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Good fries.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Pies and fries. So you do well on tips or what?
Yeah, I do pretty good. I never usually have a bad problem.
Do you flirt with the customers if you think that'll help or no?
No, I try not to do that.
If it's a male customer eating alone, needing a little stroke here or there, and you know it'll help your tip, do you do it or not?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Of course you do.
Well, I'm kind of a flirt, but I...
Couple of guys eating lunch. You're not going to flirt a little bit to get your tip jacked up or what?
Oh, a little bit.
All right, then don't say you don't do that.
Okay, he's got to be cute, though.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever offer hair pie as your dessert of the day or what?
Do I ever offer him free pie?
No.
What?
Your hair pie. Do you ever say that's a special dessert of the day or no?
No.
Does that come with ice cream?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so what's the problem in your dating world?
Well, I think I'm a pretty attractive girl. I was going to send you an email with my picture in it, so hopefully maybe you can hook me up with a good date, because I've been on quite a few lately, but I'm just, not attracting the right type of people.
All right, what's happening on these dates? The moment you get there, you feel like you're waiting to go home because, are they blind dates or no?
No. I mean, these
You're
are people that I
choosing-
met that seem like normal
It's
people,
guys who are asking you out, and then somewhere along the date you realize you've wasted your time. What happens during these dates?
Well, okay. This might sound kind of funny, but I'm totally afraid of feet.
You're afraid of feet. You have a
yes, I am
phobia.
not-
You have a foot phobia. And these men
exactly.
right at the dinner table there in Arby's, Terry, they kick their feet right on the table and steer
No,
her
that's
away.
not what happened. This guy actually asked me to take off my shoes and so he could rub my feet, and I said no. And then he was like, "Why not? Feet are sexy."
You're afraid of your own feet?
No, I don't like people touching my feet. I don't like feet in general.
How
okay?
old are you?
19.
19, and you hate feet in general.
Yeah, I've always been like that.
Well,
but
did
he
you
just was like, "I want to suck on your feet."
Well, I'll tell you this. Well, that's quite the entry line. I'll tell you this. If you and I were on a date and I said I wanted you to rub your feet and you told me exactly what the situation is, that I have a foot kind of phobia and I don't, get turned on by the foot rub or whatever, I'd find that cute and want to screw you even more. So why didn't you tell him the truth?
Well, the thing is, I was trying to be nice about it. I was just like, "No thanks," And
You
he was
just-
like,
you said,
he's
"No
like, "Well, that's
thanks."
too bad," and he just kind of went on a little too much, and it freaked me out a little bit.
He was almost on the verge of foot rape.
Yes.
Was that Tiny you were with?
Anyway, so that was the long and short of the last date or what?
That was the last date I was on. Yes.
Okay, and what about dates before that?
Well, the date before that didn't go too well, just because.
Hello?
I sorry about that. That was a beep.
Yeah, that's the foot rapist.
I was out on this date with this guy, and he seemed kind of nice. And then I guess his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, just kept calling me and calling him on the date, and he kept answering the phone. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then
All right, well, so you're in a spell of bad luck. So what's going to turn it around? What are you offering?
I don't know. I was just wondering if maybe that you could help me out and find me a actual decent date.
What are you hoping to get out of your dates? You're a 19-year-old. What's your ultimate goal right now? What do you want to have in your life? You want a serious relationship, or you want a guy that can just...
No, I just want to have a good time.
When was the last time you had sex?
Probably about 3 months ago.
3 months ago. And you're looking to have sex this weekend? Is that a good goal for the weekend? Is that something you need or what? How bad do you need it, baby? How bad do you want it?
I'm a little picky, but if I find...
Oh.
If I think I have the right to be a little picky. I mean, if I find a guy that I'm interested in, maybe.
But you don't expect that to be this weekend. If you found the right guy, looked the right way, said the right things, didn't get near your feet, didn't offer his feet, would you possibly entertain the option of having sex this weekend, or does it take a series of time and dates and weeks?
No, that's possible.
It's possible. Wow. So you may not make it out of the weekend sex-free.
May not.
Huh?
I don't know. It depends on maybe if you can help me out.
Help you out how?
I don't know. Maybe you can set me up on a good date.
Well, if you want me to go to the phones, I could do that, but that would be a real terrible move on your part.
Take your chances on your own.
Yes. You're better off going out with a foot rapist on a second date and going out with some of the listeners in this audience that are now going to be on the prowl hearing you on the line. All right? I don't think. You said you're a pretty hot waitress, right? I don't think you're that desperate that I should just jump onto random phones when whatever crackpots are dialing the line right now. I mean, you're a waitress. Aren't there decent enough guys that you meet? I'm sure 90% of the guys are losers, but can't you figure out when a guy's flirting with you that you're kind of into how to make it happen so you can set something up on the side with him, or no? Is that something you don't do because it's too close to home and it's a bad policy to start beginning? What's the waitress?
It's not necessarily that either, T-Man. I mean, most of the guys that are actually attractive and, seem to be nice always come in with dates because, I mean, in calendars, there's a lot of people that...
Well, do you have a rule against being a waitress? Do you have a rule against going out with any guy that would ask you out, or no?
No, not really. I just try generally not to...
Slutty waitress! Yeah. So you're willing, if a guy does the right things, looks the right way, all the right smells are coming your way, you're willing to accept his invitation if he asks you out?
Probably.
All right, it's a bad move.
Wow. Why do you say that?
Because the nicest, the best smells, the best dressed guys, they're the foot rapists and then some. I just think that as a waitress, you probably should have a policy of not going out with any clients. But I don't know. I've never been a waitress.
But when I was a waitress, I definitely would have gone out.
Oh, as a waiter, though, that's totally different. But a waitress? See, if I'm a rapist, if I'm like the seedy guy with a dungeon in my house, okay, I'm dressing right, I'm saying the right things, I know how to get these waitresses to go out with me.
Boots made out of human skin?
Yeah.
That kind of thing?
I know how to get that done if I'm the dungeon rapist guy, and I go to, and I know this waitress is going to be the type to accept an invitation to go out.
If you were that type of guy.
If I was that type of guy.
Right.
Well, what about your friends? Do they not help you? I mean, like set you up with some of their boyfriends' friends or things like that? People that they run into?
My friends are all in serious committed relationships.
They're all. You have no 19-year-old friends that aren't in a serious relationship.
Not really.
Well, then sleep with their boyfriends.
Wow.
You must not be as hot as you claim. If you're willing to go out with guys, you must not be that. You better send that picture. Because what?
Where do I send it to?
The T-Man at TManShow.com.
Do you want it at your house or do you want it right now?
Yes. Why don't you send it to Pasty Dave right now? How long would it take you to send a picture? There's really no reason you couldn't send a picture in the next 2 minutes.
A couple minutes.
All right, good. Hang on the line, and let's now finally figure out what we're dealing with as opposed to prolonging this conversation longer than it has to go. Pasty! Pasty!
Yeah. Wake him up.
Go shake him.
We got pictures.
What are you doing in there?
Screening calls?
Okay.
My job.
Well, why don't you pick up that caller, that girl, that waitress lady there? She's going to send you a picture in the next 2 minutes. I'm starting the countdown now. Okay. I'm starting it from 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes, right?
Yeah. She's no sissy, but pretty hot.
120 seconds and counting.
Well, no. You're sending us pictures, right? Why are you giving me your email address?
Pasty, where's my picture?
Okay, it's tman@thetmanshow.com.
Is that right?
No, it's not.
First of all, that's the wrong address. Second of all, she needs to send it to Pasty.
Yeah, we're sending it to you right now.
Tell her to CC that address, though.
Just go to thetmanshow.com and you can email me directly from the website. just like you did last night.
Did he really say that while she was on the phone? Come on.
Covering up.
There's gotta be some chefs there or something that she could go out
When I
with.
worked at a restaurant, everybody hooked up with everybody.
She sounds
Seems
pretty
like
hot.
that's
Yeah,
what you do.
why aren't you hooking up with coworkers?
A restaurant for meat markets. That's
And
what
if
it's
you're
all
a-
it is.
Male waiters hook up with female customers all the time, I would imagine. I hope that's the only reason that they're doing that little profession. But female little waitresses like her, little 19-year-olds going out with...
I bet they do.
I'm sure they do, Terry, but I'm just telling her, going out with the 30-year-old dudes that want to go out with her.
Right.
When I worked at the Spag Fag, man, we were all hooking up with everybody.
Some say they want you back really bad.
I'm not allowed to work there. I applied. I've been blacklisted for some reason.
All right, what's going on?
She's trying to find her picture in her computer here, so she can attach it to the.
All right, tell her where it is.
30 seconds left.
Uh-oh.
That's it?
I think, yeah.
Put her on hold. Put her on hold.
Hold on, I gotta push her with my Magnum.
Hey, Kate Marie, what's the problem?
Well, I just pulled it up right now. I'm sending it.
So did I. Oh, okay, go ahead. You're sending what? Oh, the picture?
I'm sending the picture.
Okay, so we should have it in a matter of about 15 seconds. She's still making...
I've never sent a picture through this. I'm trying to.
Oh, my gosh.
Gosh.
You call yourself a Marie Callender waitress?
Attached file. Yes, I swear.
You've never sent a picture of yourself to anyone?
Not really.
Not since the FBI bust, or what?
Everybody who's 19 has done that, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Is there a 19-year-old girl who hasn't sent at least 1,000 pictures?
I know.
Of like their kids to people?
Wow, Stephen, you are on that today.
Kate Marie?
I'm okay. I'm getting it right now. Okay.
Whoa.
I wish I was. Is the picture sent or not?
028. Yes, it is being sent right now.
Pastela?
Hang on, dude.
Do you guys have biscuits and gravy there?
I think they do.
Pastela?
Yes, sir.
Really good
Nothing
stuff.
yet.
Nothing there?
No.
Nothing from her, right?
Something tells me she did it wrong.
I think you're right.
Oh, you send, not reply?
Kate Marie.
Try it again.
Did you get it back?
Kate Marie?
Huh?
We don't have any picture from you yet.
Why not? I just sent it.
I don't know. Let's ask Al Gore. I have no idea as to what makes the internet tick, but you must not have sent it right.
Maybe if you go through the website, it takes longer than
It
doing
shouldn't.
a
It should
direct
take a couple
email.
of seconds.
Okay.
Jeez.
G-Tig needs to rub one out to it first, and then he sends it our way.
Does the G-Tig get it first?
I think it goes through something
It goes
first.
through a server and it takes.
No, come on.
Then just send
He may
it.
get a copy and blow it up and put it up life-size on his bedroom wall, but he doesn't get a copy before us.
But it might be sent to another server and it might be sitting there waiting to
I
be
sent
received.
it to the T-Man at thetmanshow.com.
Oh,
He sent it to your
Well,
house.
then you're not going to get it.
You're not going to get it.
Have her
Pasty.
send it to the.
Well, that's what you're
Channel
told
One.
her to send it. Don't make it. Don't make
All right,
it.
I'm ready to send it again. Give me an email.
All right, hang on.
Stephen Kilbreth at Clear Channel.
Oh,
Not that I want to see it, but I know I get things quickly. It's PHEN. 1L.
All right, we'll get her email and then we'll see where we are.
The T-Man.